see us, probably not, but still, that's up. There you are.
Turn the light on, Marcus.
Hello.
Hi guys. Doing it. We're all a bit behind tonight because we're on Marcus' channel doing a live stream on there because of the football. Spain lost 1-0 in the under-21 championship. We're going the right way now. Well, nothing's happening, Marcus. There we go. Okay, guys. How are we all tonight?
Hopefully you're all okay.
So we just had the new rules through. Do you want to go over some of the new rules, sir?
When I catch my breath.
Alright, so still catching her breath. Don't know why, but...
Why? Because I've just been running around doing you lot drinks. Right, yeah.
Thought I'd set it up in here, but I haven't.
Apparently the new... there was a meeting today in Spain for the new restrictions moving forward. And as of the 8th of June... Christ's sake. As of the 8th of June... I can't remember now.
Apparently there'll be no more restrictions.
Well,
Apart from, we haven't seen anything about a mask yet.
yeah.
The nighttime curfew will go.
Right.
Well, not completely, it'll just be made later.
No. Right, the new rules are nighttime curfew has gone totally. There's no restrictions on nighttime movement at all.
Oh.
Night venues like your nightclubs, etc., your night venues can now reopen. They can open till 2 AM, but no dancing, which is daft if you're a night venue and you're a disco, so you really can't reopen because nobody can dance.
Yeah, it should be open till 6 o'clock in the morning, really, but normally.
Bars, cafes and restaurants can open till 1 AM in the morning. But there's no information on the masks. Meeting people gatherings, there's no limits, and churches, there's no limits.
So the football will be back in now, then?
Should be, huh?
Yeah, in Spain. Sorry, I'm just eating the tips off and thought I'd got time to eat it and didn't realise it was so late.
Well, we said there was like minutes.
Yeah, well, when the holidays.
It's just you, exactly, you never do.
Stop arguing all right.
Richard Upton says, Mike, what do you think of the news about Portugal going from the green list to the amber list? Do you think they will hinder Spain going onto the green list on Monday?
Possibly, aye.
He's too busy chopping, you got no chance.
Sorry guys. Yeah, I don't know why that's happened. Is there a reason why that's happened? But I can't see why Spain wouldn't go on the green list. Unless you want to keep people, let's say want to keep people back in the UK.
I think that's what it is,
Yeah.
and they want to make the money off the tests, obviously.
So it's a bit silly. So you've got to have a test then if it's on the green list.
Well, I thought you hadn't, but somebody was saying that you still have, so I don't know.
Alright, so
And it's ridiculous because if you come from the UK, it's going to cost you 120.
there's obviously a reason they've done it.
Right.
I mean, has there been any more cases in Portugal or something?
I don't know, to be honest.
I haven't heard of anything, so.
No, don't really know, but anyway,
I think
Richard.
it will affect Spain though for
Yeah,
Portugal, shouldn't it?
I don't think there's going to be any countries going on that green list. I just think it's just keeping people in the UK, stopping your holidays.
Yeah, they're just trying to control people now, aren't they?
And let's be honest, the only people. Sorry, he's distracting. The only people that can actually come on holiday will be people that got any money. Richard also says, Sue, you forgot my sandwich. Sorry, Richard. Not got any bread. JJ says, you're hiding from me. Took me ages to find you. Sorry, JJ.
Sorry, try.
Again, did
Bread,
it get
yeah.
scheduled?
Yeah, I don't think it got scheduled.
Shane W says, hello, guys. Love
Hi,
from sunny
Shane.
Hi
Wales.
Shane, just can't get staff these days, can you, Marcus?
No.
You have this
TXNAO
problem too.
says, is the black chicken back open yet?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, the black chicken.
It's open.
Is that the one down by the marketplace?
Yeah,
I think I.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll tell you.
Daisy Broom says hi, just
Hi,
joined.
Daisy.
Hi.
How
Anne
are
Shaw
you?
says hi, everyone.
Hi, Anne.
We're part of it there, Marcus, what?
Beth Scott says hi, guys.
Hiya.
Alex Whitecat says hi, guys. Hi, Alex.
Hi, Alex.
Hi everyone.
Daisy
Good way
Broom
that
says they won't keep me in the UK. I'm going Benidorm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you
lame,
get on
yeah.
that plane. Let us know when you're
Yeah.
here.
There's been planes coming in the last few days, isn't there?
Definitely.
Kevin Asprey
What a
says the saying there is 4,500 new cases and there's a new strain from the Himalayas.
Oh,
Wonder where they dug that up from.
There'll be flipping North Pole in the Antarctic next.
Yep. That's still to come.
Aye, the abominable snowman's been spreading it. Anthony Kerrison says,
Where's
good
it come
evening guys, hope you're all well.
evening, Anthony. Yeah, we're okay, thanks.
Yeah, I think the governments of the world have got the idea they can control people now, haven't they?
Yeah.
UK will put all countries on the green list after summer season is over in the UK.
I wouldn't be surprised at that,
That's
actually.
Bloody Bojo and his merry men.
When did they actually say, first of all, they were gonna, it was going to be September, wasn't it?
Oh, I
I
don't know.
think I.
Before you could come back to Spain and places.
Yeah.
So maybe they're going sticking with that and going down that league.
Alex says it's because the Indian variant rising in the UK and Europe. Richard
That's
Upton says,
likely.
yeah, Kevin Lowell, Himalayan strain. And Shaw says, still waiting for the alien variant.
Right, everyone.
Richard
The
Upton
moon will
says,
be first, though, won't it? Going off the moon.
Alex, it's all Billocks. I can't repeat it.
But
Shane W says
Yeah, that's it.
Benidorm needs a UK tourist, true.
True.
Anne Marie says hi.
Hi, I'm Marie.
Hi.
Tracy Warren says hi everyone.
Hi, Tracy.
She says not a happy bunny.
Oh,
Bloody
that's up,
Big B.
darling.
Big B.
Big B.
Doris.
Oh.
Probably upsetting everybody.
Probably.
JJ Jones is in the house. Hi,
Hi,
everyone.
Jay.
Did you notice that their
James.
voice?
How you doing?
He just got married, doesn't he?
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, don't they get holiday just coming up soon?
Don't know.
Is the end of the August, is it?
Yeah, I bet they'll be off.
They
for
get a
while.
break. And
From Parliament. Of course, yeah.
yeah, why couldn't you waited a few weeks?
Everything
That's
could be
my
on the
point
green
is-
list by then. Anthony Kerrison says crazy, crazy, crazy.
Exactly.
How
And,
dare we
another
take your
thing-
name in vain?
Another thing we've got to think about here, he was offered to come over to Spain, yeah? Over to Benidorm. Why didn't he come?
No
Was it 'cause of
politics
the-
anyway.
He didn't want to pay for the jobs, like.
Anyway, no politics.
What do you reckon, Marcus?
Don't know.
Does
Alright,
he
you can't
ever
afford the
listen?
jobs.
Tracy Warren says, just had an email off Jet2 cancelling all flights the 1st of July.
Oh.
There's-
Cancel, isn't it?
How are these airlines stopping in business?
Don't know.
They must be paying people back that much money.
Shane W says Barry Island's a bit like Benidorm about the weather. There you go, guys. Everybody off on holiday
Yeah.
to Barry
Down
Island.
to Barry.
JJ says politics and rolls his
We went there
eyes.
once, didn't we, sir?
Barry Island, I don't know. Maybe,
No,
I
I think I've
don't
been
know.
there a couple of times when I was younger. I think we went there once.
Who knows? Anyway, gang, how many's in?
Thousands.
41.
How many likes? 7. Hit that
Seven.
like
Oh.
button, that's what your fingers are for. Not giving
that
us
didn't
the
it?
finger or the 2 fingers,
Oh, they'll be
guys.
watching you, see, Marcus. This is the thing. Oh, I've punked it up there too.
For hitting
Start
that
in
button,
there.
then it, Marcus.
Thanks, guys.
And what have we got?
Super chat.
Super stickers.
Merchandise.
Oh,
PayPal.
PayPal me.
Membership.
Membership.
Daisy Boom says, do you still need a PCR for Benny?
Believe
Yeah.
so, right?
Not for Benny. You don't need to come out. One for coming over here. You need one to go back.
Yeah, it's going
Oh,
back, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
A minute, yeah. Tracy Warren says they must be getting a lot of compensation off the government.
Which seems a bit silly because we surely Spain's getting the money then for these tests. Yeah.
Richard Upton says, yeah, Daisy, Alex Whitecat said, Marcus, did you go in Nepal today?
Yeah. Gorgeous.
About half an
Absolutely
hour.
brilliant.
Yeah, about half hour because he didn't feel too good. So we had to get out. We think, like, we were in the pool yesterday and we really didn't realise how hot that sun was and we got burnt, all of us.
Yeah, we got the ground up, didn't we?
Quite burnt. So my
If
back's
that's
still
what you
sore
want to
today.
call it.
Yeah. So just think we maybe overdid it a bit yesterday, so just a short dip today. It was nice though, weren't it? It was a bit cool.
Yeah, it was alright.
Nice.
We had a little bit of wind today though.
Yeah.
I mean, that took the temperature of the water down a little bit.
Right,
I
so
think
that-
we maybe need to go in the pool
Alright, when you
tomorrow
were in there.
afternoon by the time we come back.
Oh, where we going tomorrow?
You're going nowhere.
Go to house tomorrow.
Yes!
Filming. What day?
No,
Yeah, it's on your own.
No.
no.
Yeah,
JJ says, cheer up Marcus, you're living in Benidorm.
I know.
Not long now guys to your holly
Stop
bobs.
doing that,
If
please.
you can still come. And Shaw says waste of time booking a hole to Spain. It'll be cancelled time after time, keeping my money in my pocket until I can see some normality, which is
Yeah.
possibly
Yeah, I
never.
don't really blame
Yeah. It's
Well,
really,
we
really
thought it was all
sad,
going to be
isn't
over,
it?
didn't we?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you ain't going to get rid of the mask, come on.
Well, the thing is, guys, our figures are really low. A lot of our curfews are ending. I think they're still doing it cautious at the minute. Hence the
That
masks.
might be what it is. Maybe they're just doing it cautious, see what happens.
Bit by bit, hence the masks aren't completely going yet. I know one of the MPs was like sort of trying to get rid of the masks and saying just in supermarkets and
On public
Transport,
I know
whatever.
when that happens though, will they still wear them in the bars? I mean, will the bar staff have to still wear masks?
no, don't think so.
I
No,
don't know. I mean,
don't think so.
you'll probably still need it, like, if you go into a bar to place your
Yeah.
order, pay the bill, or
Yeah,
go
but I
for
wasn't meaning that. I mean the bar staff when they serve you, sort of thing.
Don't know. No, don't
That's
think
an
so.
hygienic thing anyway, isn't
I
it?
mean,
Yeah.
possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly.
But what they have been saying, what I did see, was like even if the masks do go, what he was sort of seemed to be saying is obviously still in supermarkets and on public transport, but also like these really large events where there's a lot of people gathered, where they can't control the social
I
distancing.
suppose that's sensible, isn't it? Really?
So, like, it might be that, like, maybe the fiestas, if there's big crowds and they can't control the social distancing, then you probably will still have to wear masks.
They'll tell you about that, though, won't they?
Yeah. Yeah. Kerry Lavender's in. She said, can I ask
Evening, Kerry.
what part of the UK you guys are from?
Originally West Midlands.
Yeah, and then we moved and lived in
Cumbria.
Cumbria before we came here. Shane W says our government's whipping us off in the UK for these tests.
Yep.
True.
It's right, because apparently here,
I'm trying not to smile.
I don't know whether you've ever seen Ashley from the Corner Bar. He does some live feeds sometimes, and he's been doing one. I think he was doing one today actually at the centre. There's a place just along from his bar on the Rincon, a medical centre,
Yeah.
and they are doing like the Fit to Fly test for €19,
Oh.
which, you know, we
Yeah,
could
but that's not what
fly.
you're going to have, is it? You're not going to have a fit to fly.
Well, we could get on the plane with that, and we could fly back to the UK. But then,
Oh, God.
when we got back to the UK, because we're a
what
country
she
on
just said.
amber, because Spain is still on
Don't
amber, we would have
Threatening me
to.
like that on
Are you
live on air.
listening? We would have to quarantine and have the PCR tests in the UK. It's the UK, as
Would you?
Shane says, that's whipping people off. Yeah,
Would you? Why would you need one of them in the UK?
you would still have to have the PCR test
Why?
because Spain's on amber.
It doesn't matter. You can fly into Spain without one. Yeah?
But
You'll
not back,
provide-
not back to the UK. You can't.
You can fly on the 19 quid one you just said.
Anyway, Rich Dupton said, and I think it'll get back to normal next year.
I just think it's a bit silly anyway.
Anshaw said, hopefully Richard, who knows. Elbow Boxes said, crazy you need to test from mainland to Tenerife, but can come from the UK to Tenerife without.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Hang it.
So we
Crazy,
went
innit?
to Tenerife. We'd have to have a test. Only 19
Crazy,
quid.
innit?
one.
JJ says he hasn't had his holiday cancelled yet. Let's
I
hope
hope
it
you
still
time
goes
pal.
ahead, JJ.
Yeah, let's hope so. It'd be nice
Yeah.
to see somebody get over it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Tracy Warren said, I haven't, JJ, as I'm due to fly out 2nd of July.
Oh,
So I
brilliant.
think there's a lot of people that are coming out in July.
Yeah, keep our fingers crossed for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep us a bit of sanity as well.
Yeah. And
You
a
know,
friend
you
of
make it
ours
back.
has just flown back
Yeah.
to Benidorm, although it wasn't an actual holiday, it was just a flight, but she's flown back with no problems. Elba Boxes said end of June the mask will be gone, where you can maintain distance.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
Brilliant.
I hope so. I know that they're
I mean, for us it's not a bother, but
reviewing things every day.
it's just probably needs to go, doesn't it now?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And Shaw says, JJ, hopefully it'll go ahead, crossed for you. Tracy Warren says, JJ was thinking of moving it back by a few weeks.
Oh.
I'm thinking, you know, you're going to get more tourists in night if you aren't going to wear a mask
Yeah,
Yeah.
than
Right.
you are now, sort of thing.
yeah.
Situation
Right.
where kind of be right strange going out without a mask on.
JJ says, unsure. He says, Tracy, I'm out there September.
Bill?
Are we right on the window here,
I
Marcus?
don't
Yeah.
know.
But you don't crack it.
Tracy Warren says, JJ, hopefully I'm in Florida then. Very nice.
Oh, Bill.
Very nice.
JJ says, Tracy, nice one. Elbow Boxes says it's antigen for cheap, not PCR. Yeah, I think it is an antigen test, but you can still fly with that.
Yeah.
As I was saying, like the UK then insists you got to have the PCR. Stu Westwood's in, he says hi all. Hi Stu.
Hi, Stu.
Stu.
Hi Stu. What do you mean then, so, with that? If you get that on them test then you can't fly with that? It's
You
just
can
gone-
fly,
Yeah.
but when you get back to the UK, 2 days of being back in the UK, you've got to have a PCR test. And then another one, I think,
So,
is it 8 days or 10 days after that because you're on quarantine?
not trying to be awkward here, who's going to check? Or how does it work? How does the check work?
I think you've got to have them booked. You've got to have the right paperwork before you actually fly back.
So you've got to have a test.
Yeah. JJ Jones says, JJ, get it right, mate. We're in Benny September.
Yeah, we absolutely will.
Don't
Yeah.
blame months.
I think
It's,
September it'll go back to normal myself. That's what I said when I first started, I think.
JJ said, I'll be back later, guys. Going
I'll
water
see
the
you later.
garden.
The match didn't go the right way tonight, did it?
No, Spain lost.
Elbow boxes said you can get antigen cheap because you need to travel from mainland to Canaries or Balearics.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't know. Tracy Warren said, I watched Ashley's video today. Think he said it was around €20.
Not too bad.
Elbow says the PCR is still €90.
Is it?
It's not bad.
Well, that's
It's
better
still
than
a
the
lot,
UK.
yeah. Still a lot. JJ's got a thumbs up for JJ Jones.
Is it 180 in the UK?
It was 100 and... It started off quite expensive, didn't it? And then it's come down. Kerry Lavender says, if you travel out of Benidorm, where do you like to visit?
Altea.
We haven't really met Benidorm yet, have we?
Yeah, about
Not
Altea,
really.
Albia's about the
Altea.
furthest.
Albeit down there. And
La Cala Finistrat, that's about it.
we haven't really been about much because of the new movement restrictions and the lack of money at the moment.
Yeah, lack of money and
Yeah.
still trying to sort out our residency. We're still a little bit cautious on
Oh, somebody
things.
coming out all that.
Chicken George said, hi guys.
Hi,
Hi.
Chicken George.
Alex says it all depends on the science and getting the world vaccinated. Just take things weekly. Health is more important than holidays.
Or do you think it's the other way around? They've got a lot of this vaccine now and they need to get rid of it somewhere and sell
Maybe,
it.
maybe. JJ said, Alex well said. Shane W says, Andrew Lloyd Webber and many others are suing the British government if all restrictions aren't lifted on the 21st of June.
About time somebody did.
Excellent, because that's what they've said.
Yeah.
And that's what they've been saying all along. So they're breaching, well, I don't know. I suppose if it's been officially said, they'd be breaching some contract if they're not lifted.
Yeah, well, see if have they infringed on the human rights at all with all this?
I'd have thought so at some point, somewhere down the line.
No, I'm trying to think of another word, imprisonment. Well, they've locked you up in your homes, haven't they?
Yeah. Richard Upton says, oh, you won't be
So,
going to Spain this July, trust me. As for no masks and normality, the scientists will tell you when that will happen. I'm getting sick of Spain, they're so weak.
I'm getting sick of the UK.
I
Boris in
think,
charge. If he'd locked down when we did, you'd be over here now.
yeah. And I think the problem with Spain is there's too many
What?
people that can make the decisions.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got Sanchez
Well,
saying one
do you not
thing.
think that's a better thing?
Well, Puig was saying like that he wants rid of the masks, and then somebody else is saying no.
Yeah, but do you not think that's a better situation in the UK having one guy?
Make all the decisions, maybe.
Well, he's obviously not making the decisions. He's obviously his
Maybe.
group's making the decisions. But There's no consulting with other parties, are there?
Kerry Lavender says, where do you get all the information from to update on Covid restrictions, etc.? Well, we get the information on Facebook on what restrictions are. As I said, there was a meeting today.
It's your
And
official
then-
websites, aren't there? That's where we get
Yeah.
the money.
The websites have been posting what's been said today.
You really need to catch up with chat because it looks like it's argumentative.
All right.
Well, that's,
Richard Upton says, Alex, it isn't about health, it's all about money and control. Alba Boxes says, Alex, please be quiet. They said it was to flatten the curve 3 weeks. Then it was second wave, then it was vaccine, now it's bull variant, mate. Tracy Warren says, agree with you, Richard. Daisy Broom says, screw Bojo, I'm my own boss. I can do what I want when I want.
Don't blame
Richard
me.
Upton says, harsh but true, Albo. Richard Upton says, Daisy, you will do as the government tells you. Kerry Lavender says, like your hair colour, Marcus.
Thanks, Kerry.
does that not make a dictatorship, though?
Alex says, Richard, I've known people who've had Covid, it's real. Shane W says, hashtag Daisy Brown, or whatever that's it. And Marie says, live is so not far.
Life is so unfair.
Maybe, yeah.
It is.
Richard Upton
Definitely.
says, yeah. Daisy Broom says, can you film the West End now it's open,
Yeah, okay.
being updated,
No,
yeah?
you do that one then?
Try and do that. Albo says, Alex, my granddad and grandma recovered, no problems. They have immune systems, but my friend died from Crohn's disease. And they had to fight for David not to be mentioned.
Yeah, well, that was another way they're trying to get money out of you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
And we've heard that a lot, that people have died from other things and they try to put David on the death certificates. If you don't want it on, you have to pay.
Yeah. So what would you do that if it was as they say?
Mm.
Anyway, guys, I think we will move on to another subject
Yeah.
because
Alex says, Doris is a spokesman for our country, he has to follow the scientists. If you want to blame anyone, look where it started. Richard Upton says, go on, Albo, you just tell him.
the other thing I'll say on that, look, let it carry on.
Yeah. Richard Upton
Send it
says,
straight
yeah,
back.
Alex, where did it start? In the laboratory in China. He says, I'll bang on Sue.
Well, a lot of people are saying that, aren't they? But if you see what was going on with the world at the time, Hong Kong, there have been a lot of problems with China, were they? So where would it started? And who used to rule Hong Kong? I'm saying no more, guys.
Albo says, where is that at Christmas 2000? Loris was stuck at over, but the locals are thought to tell you 5,000. My friend, the politician, does not speak the truth. I don't know. Anne Shaw says, getting sick of the lot of them. Who's controlling Europe? Think some of us know. Wide awake. Shane W says, Sage dictating to the weak. Pathetic government in the UK. Angela says, if that wasn't enough, they're selling all our medical data.
Oh.
There you
Richard
go.
Upton says, and 10% of people are awake. To it, 90% are just sheep. And Shaw says, we didn't vote in Sage. Angela Dallimore says, unless you opt out, some cases already in the making, I believe. C. Walsh, how can you be sick of Europe? The UK left. And Shaw says,
Well,
opt
that
out
was
by the
a good
23rd of June if you don't want your medical data being sold. Steve Morris says, have you got your residency yet, and where do you stand now?
Not
No, not
yet,
yet.
just,
Will be by the end of the month.
yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, put the paperwork in and see where we go. Even though a friend of mine said that this woman that she recommended originally, now not to go to because apparently she whips people off and doesn't do the job.
Don't be telling me that now, sir.
So a lot of people seem to use her, so I really don't.
This is what you're dealing with, though, isn't it? I mean, we're going to use her anyway and see what happens.
Yeah. So I think we're going to see. We haven't really got a lot of other choices. I was impressed with her. I go on my gut instincts at the end of the day. She got a lot of people going there. So just because she hasn't worked for one person doesn't mean, I don't think she'd have such a big company if she was whipping people off, to be honest. So,
Okay then, we're going to
JJ
talk
said,
about
why are
tonight.
you not reading my comments? I am, JJ. Colin Top Gun says, okay, lads and Sue, good evening. Tracy
Evening,
Warren
Colin.
said,
Alright.
let's change the subject now.
Yeah.
We've all had a moan.
It's getting boring now, I
Yeah.
think.
Shane W says, what's the weather like in Benidorm today?
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's been, I reckon it's been 30 degrees today.
Bloody hot.
That's
Blummy not.
Maybe not.
Blummy not.
Even I was struggling a bit when I come back today, wasn't I?
Yeah. Richard Upton says, hi Colin, how's it going? And he says, agreed Tracy, let's change subject. I'm only here to your
come on then,
eyeballs.
let's talk about
Said
it.
evening, blessings to all. I'm just happy to be breathing. And Jay says, hi everyone. Yes, I'm late.
Hi, I'm Shay. That will be.
We've had the David discussion now,
Yeah.
we can move on to something sensible now.
And Shaw says, yes, all had our moan. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Weather here today, rubbish, dreary, cloudy, humid day.
Oh.
Daisy Broom said, any news on Vincent's?
I think they're open. And, I mean,
What,
like
down the
which?
bottom?
No, not the one down bottom. Not sure what's happening there.
Vincent's in town is reopened.
Right, okay.
Vincent's down the bottom is
Looking
for
new
sale,
own-
isn't it? Yeah.
looking for
I
new
believe
owners,
so.
I think.
Mhm.
Owners or somebody to rent it, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Jennifer C says Spanish bureaucracy is well known. True.
Yep. That'll be the next
Um,
one. If you can't get in, you can have to.
Yeah. JJ thinks it's one wall for Richard and one wall for the others. Well, the subject's over now anyway, so anybody else now
Right.
gets timed. Colin Top Gun says, good Richard, thanks, how you doing? Tracy Warren says the weather in the Midlands was humid and warm.
Oh,
Brilliant.
not too bad then.
Kevin Haspy says, Marcus, did you get your flat cap?
Not yet, but
Not yet.
hopefully get one
Not his
for me
birthday yet.
birthday.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully.
Uh-huh. JJ says thumbs up to Anjay. James Ramsey said, hi guys, was nice to
Evening,
see
James.
Right.
you, Sue and Marcus on Mike's video of the day. Happy
Brilliant.
birthday, Marcus, on Sunday. Have a lovely
Cheers,
day, bud.
James. Will do.
Yeah, well, I remember, guys, I don't think I'm going to do a video on Sunday. I think Marcus is going to do some.
Yeah, I'll do some.
I think he's going to do one in the morning, are you?
Yeah, one in morning, 3 videos
10 o'clock,
throughout the day. Yeah, I believe so. I really have no clue, mate.
We should schedule it, because
And I don't
know
know.
where you're at then.
Richard Upton says, wow, what a day me and my brother had in Cadiz today.
In where?
Everyone totally
Cadiz.
masked up. 120 for a hotel for a night and didn't get any sleep.
Jesus.
Plus, while there, I tripped on a pavement and head-butted the road,
Oh,
cracking my nose open and screwing my teeth up.
oh, that's got to hurt.
Lovely.
It's going to be a better day tomorrow then. Definitely.
Definitely.
Cool.
Hope you're alright, Richard.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
hope so.
Was Cadiz the place that was partying? I hear one of the villages for an experiment. They had a great big party.
Alright.
I think everybody was still like there in the mask, but kind of like an experiment to see how it all went. Jennifer C says
Oh, I don't
hello.
think they've forgotten how to party.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hello all, I'm Jay, your old man and JJ everyone. Hi Jennifer. And Jay said, hi JJ, where we gone? Richard Upton said, not bad, Colin, nursing my teeth. Jennifer C said, that's always been the same, JJ, the witch have always had no worries. Colin Top Gun says, very bad trip then. JJ says, Jennifer, yo.
No, no.
Jennifer C says, she got teeth, Rich. Richard Upton says, JJ, it's one rule for me and one rule for the others, for one reason, one rule. Angela Dallimore says, Richard Upton, my comments made me laugh. It wasn't funny, just the way you worded it.
Oh, okay.
It's
Jennifer C says, lol, joking. Few people saying hi to each other, so I'm not gonna.
yeah. Are you up with the chat now, then, Sue?
Not yet. Richard Upton says, yeah, Jennifer, they're on a bridge. Daisy Boom says, Marcus, do a live drink along on your birthday.
I actually might do.
Yeah, we could get the internet.
Oh, good point, actually.
That's the only thing that might stop that.
Mm.
Oh, that bar's got internet, hasn't it?
But
That one you.
Peaky Blinders.
Well, no, we're going for
Oh,
dinner.
Paradise
Oh,
or
no.
restaurant.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. That's true. You've done it the other day.
Jennifer C says, Longbridge, that's cool, you can open and close them then. JJ Jones says, hi Jennifer, how's you? Hope Bexy's still my mate. Jennifer C says, hi you Marcus, handsome.
Hi, Jennifer. What?
They haven't done his hair, mind. Comes on my show, they do his hair.
Didn't have time. You don't come on my show with that.
I do always do my hair.
No, you don't.
Done.
Richard Upton says, yeah, it could have been much worse, Marcus.
Oh,
My teeth were a bit painful when I closed them together and have a bit of a fat lip.
oh.
Feels like I've been punched in the mouth, but it's going down. Jennifer C said she is JJ, of course. Richard Upton said, could have been worse. I bet it was funny to see. I tripped up, ran forward a bit and sort of fell in a heap.
Terrible when that happens straight in front of you. Isn't it?
Yeah.
You know the guy's hurt himself. Can't help but laugh like.
Jennifer C, oh, you just had the bridge done, Rich. JJ, not appropriate. So, time out.
There you go.
Sorry, JJ, you can't make comments like that. Colin Top Gun said, hi Sue, how's your day been? Good, thanks.
Yeah, well, that all had a good day today, I think.
Yeah.
Frankie Wall says, hi Marcus, hi Mum and Dad, just come
Hi,
back from
Frankie.
Southend.
Oh, nice.
It was hot there today.
Brilliant.
Well,
Jennifer C says, the mouth will heal fast, they say. Richard Upton says, 2 teeth on a bridge, Jen yet. Got that done like 20 years ago.
nice.
Shane W said, hi Jennifer C. Colin Top Gun said, got mine in my pocket, Rich. Jennifer C says, ha ha, Colin, good one.
Just in case you want to bite like.
Tracy Warren said, have you guys done night video of the new lights in town?
We have.
Yeah,
I
we've
have
got
a
one of
while
our
back,
back,
yeah.
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 But not recently.
We haven't been there that way in the evening, have we?
No.
Not
And I think you've got a night one to do for Alex at some point, haven't you? The Plaza Hotel, is it at night? All lit
Yeah.
up at night?
So maybe do both the same night, yeah?
Maybe.
maybe.
Yep.
Ammonia to your eyeballs said Barcelona has no curfew. I was there at the weekend. It's strange, big metropolitan area like that, no curfew. But the 24-hour shop shut at 1, nothing open past 1.
Yeah, that's sort of what they're going to do here. isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's crazy, like, no curfew,
Right.
but then some. Can you just rub between my shoulders? Don't scratch, just kind of rub it a bit. Down a little. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jennifer C said, well, Wales was soaked in sunshine today. Very nice.
That's
Good.
unusual, isn't it?
Daisy Broom says, you've been in Benidorm yet?
Oh, Benidorm.
Not sure.
Not sure what that means, Daisy.
Like a new bar or something.
I don't know. Tracy Warren said, be lovely to see how good they look.
Oh, true.
And Jay said, I thought you said no David talk anymore.
We did.
Richard started it again and nothing was said. You're just picking out on one person. No, and Jay, JJ got timed out for his comments. To me, I deem it as a bullying remark.
There you go.
So that is why he got timed out.
Yeah.
Richard Upton said, Ammonia, how was Barcelona? I went about 10 years ago and didn't really like it much.
We wouldn't have came, will we? Oh, thank you very much. There you
Cheers,
go,
Paul.
Lucas. Thank you very
Thanks.
much. Much appreciated.
Thanks,
Mucho
Paul.
gracias.
Cheers
Thank
for
you,
that.
Paul.
Thanks for the super chat.
Brilliant.
Colin Top Gun
We'll have to
said,
get this sorted out, lad.
it missed the South Park, Jennifer. I think that's the sun in Wales.
Oh,
Right, okay.
Steve Morris
Yeah.
said, is there no Brits there at the moment?
there's
Yeah,
a
quite a
few.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Obviously paying the, well, they just got to pay for the jobs, haven't they? Now,
Yeah.
now.
Right, Alex
That's
White
right.
Cat, we misunderstood.
Oh,
She said, hi Sue, not the Plaza Hotel, I mean the balcon of Benidorm,
oh
where the
yeah,
artists,
yeah,
etc.
yeah.
are.
I know about
Yeah, we'll go up and do that one
Definitely.
night.
Where's
up the Castel.
The Castel
right,
and the
the Castel.
balcon and all that. There. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There's still got that little marking on up there, but
I don't know at the moment. I don't think so, but maybe now things are opening back up again. There might be
yeah,
summertime.
it did have a little marking up on there.
Yeah.
No, with
Do it next
yeah.
week maybe.
jewellery bits and stuff, wasn't there?
Mm.
Catch up on chat
Oh.
then, Mum.
Yeah. Richard Upton.
I'm trying to think of something now.
No, like be nice. It's a warning. No more comments. Daisy Broom said Hotel Marina Resort. They have White
What's that
Star,
for?
Titanic, Secret Corner, etc.
Just something I've got it on about something.
Oh right, yeah. No, we haven't been in there yet, have we? The Hotel Marina.
No,
Yeah,
The
no,
White
we haven't.
Star.
No.
We have filmed it. I don't think the hotel's open yet.
It is.
Is the
That's it.
Marina open now?
I'm pretty
Alright,
sure it is.
right.
I know the bar on the front side,
Yeah.
definitely. Could have seen a load of people, weren't there?
Tracy
Yeah,
Warren
John-
said,
Yeah,
when I'm in
that's open.
Benidorm, I
That's
love a
on
walk up the old town to the church and have a coffee at the cafe in the plaza.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Very
it's
nice.
nice up there.
Jennifer C says, lol, you got to laugh, so silly. JJ said, bullying, are you serious after what he called me? Get a grip, Sue. Sorry, JJ, I only saw what you called him. So I
Put them both out there.
can only do what I see. Anyway,
Yeah, put them both out there.
you both know the score now, so any more and you get timed out. It's as simple as that, guys.
If you just
Jennifer
come on,
C
if you
said-
just come on here to have a go at each other, it's just not going to work, is it, guys?
Mm-hmm.
So, if other people on here want to do chats and stuff,
Well said, Michael.
so let's all be nice to each other, yeah? If you're just coming on to call each other, go on somebody else's channel, will you, please?
At the end of the day, there's enough shit in the world.
Yeah.
So
Especially now with all this.
let's all just try and love one another, guys. So Jennifer C says, I want a cuppa. Anyone got the kettle on? Hang on, I'll go put it on.
Kettle things.
Tracy Warren said, did you go to the market this week? Just love a walk round it. Always end up buying fresh oranges.
No, we haven't yet, but we will be going this Sunday.
Yeah, I think we're going Sunday
Yeah,
because Marcus wants to get some clothes with
The other
his
week I found
birthday money.
a litre of fresh orange juice for €1, I think it was. Yeah,
Serious?
yeah.
Why didn't you buy it?
I did.
He did.
I
Oh.
drunk it.
Was that
Some of the
supermarket
prices
down
that-
on Pony Ends? I think it
that
was,
was one.
weren't it?
Was it one in town?
I think it was the one in Pony End. I don't know. I can't remember now.
Anyway, yeah, some of the prices they charge for them bottles with fresh orange juice in. It's like £2 for a little, for 50 millilitres.
Yeah. Ammonia
£2.50.
Eyeballs said beautiful at the moment, Richard. Not too many people can really enjoy the city. A lot is still open, bars and restaurants wise. It was a bit humid though. Very nice.
Yeah, it's, I've been a couple of times. We enjoyed it the first time I went,
Yeah.
but the second time I went to Barcelona, it was
Mm.
we struggled finding our way around and
Yeah.
Richard Upton said your turn for the brews, I think, Jennifer. JJ Jones says, Sue, when you timed out, how do you know when you can come back in? I think it's something like 300 seconds. I know it's so many seconds.
yeah, 300 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Jennifer C
it's
said,
something
oh, Drat
YouTube needs to
again.
have a look at, I think. Yep.
JJ says, JJ Jones, I'm back for now. Chicken George said, hi JJ Jones. Hi Chicken George. Jennifer C says, always me, I'll fetch a tray. Mine's 2 sugar, strong. You want a cup of Marcus?
No.
I want a coffee.
Michael, what for coffee?
I'll have a can of dark fruits.
Yeah, it's been struggling for coffee just like that, haven't we?
Amazing,
Went and bought some milk and coffee the other week, didn't we? It's still in there.
Probably
milk
have
was
to
alright
use
the other
that.
night, but
Have to use that milk up tonight. Might do
Yeah.
a milky coffee later. Colin Top Gun said we're being told tomorrow if we can travel, but EasyJet cuts all flights.
Oh.
I really like to know they're stopping in business. There must be just using the interest to stop in business. All the money they've got in the bank of yours that
No politics anyway.
yeah, they're going to give you back at the end of the day.
Richard Upton said that a girl, Jennifer, and don't forget the biscuits. Colin Top Gun said Marina's fantastic, loved it.
Yeah, looks beautiful.
Yeah, we were going to
there,
stop
so-
there a few years back, but we thought with that nightclub downstairs, we thought it's going to be noisy.
Richard Upton said, I agree, Sue. JJ Jones said, hi JJ, good to have you back.
But the hotel's more on the back, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Daisy
Well,
Broom
it's
said,
like
no
by nightclubs,
Karens in the
but-
chat, please, one love.
one love, eh?
One love. And Jay says, so.
Didn't know Michael was in. Yeah, I was
Yes,
wondering,
thanks
Sue.
for that, Anne. Fair comment. I'm not going to read the comment. So, yeah, there's going to be no further discussion on the David subject. JJ said, thanks, JJ Jones. Richard Upton said, agree, Daisy. Debbie Gills in. She said, hi, guys. You all
Hi,
okay?
Debbie.
Yeah, apart from Spain losing the under-21 semi-final.
Terrible.
Yeah. Richard Upton said, hello, Debs. Debbie says, hi, Richard. JJ Jones said, hi, Rich. Richard Upton, how are you on this lovely Thursday evening?
See?
We're good.
Now that's the love rebound.
Yeah,
Oops, Colin Top Gun said I was there when they put the new roof on the Benny Palace with a crane
Oh, cool.
in one lift.
oh God,
Could you
Yeah.
imagine that? One lift.
that must have been some crane. Well, the whole roof.
Must have been like 2 different paint. Must have been 2 different cranes like holding it though.
Well, that'd be something to see, wouldn't it,
Not
Marcus?
just like one crane.
Don't know.
That done.
Jennifer C said I've gone deaf, and Jay says Jennifer what?
Me too.
JJ says Jennifer, a lot on here are the same. Jennifer C says I'm not making tea and coffee, and you can't. You can't. Oh, you can't make me lol.
I thought Boris had banned it then.
And she says, I, JJ, I noticed. Richard Upton says, I'll have a hot chocolate, Jennifer. Yeah, if you got any
Oh, I've
white
heard about
hot
hot chocolate.
chocolate.
Hot chocolate, lovely.
JJ's got a thumb up for Jennifer. Jennifer says, guess what? Ryan's on tea duty. Nice one, Ryan.
I think it'd be different tetlers when they come over here, though, wouldn't it?
Steve Morris says, hope she doesn't rip you off, Sue. You don't deserve it.
No, I think we'll be
That's
alright.
what they do.
Yeah, I think we're going to
Sue's been down and checked it out anyway, so.
go and have a go. I'll check her out tomorrow as well, see if I can find any reviews on her.
Oh, excuse me, guys. You tired again, Marcus? You sleep better last night?
No, not really.
You've been sleeping very well, have you?
No.
Don't stop worrying.
So, and Jay says, Ryan, mine's an easy one, just a glass of water, please. Unless you have rum and Diet Coke.
Diet Coke in the water. Might water it down.
Alex says, did you watch the England-Austria game last night?
No.
No, I forgot it was on, to be honest with you. Yeah, 1-0 we won, didn't we?
Did we?
Yeah, I was looking
Was
on,
it a
I was looking on
friendly
the
or-
phone and it was like, I think I looked about 2 hours after the match finished and it was still about 65 minutes. So I don't know what went on there with the BBC last night.
Richard Upton says, no, Alex, who won the match? What did you say, England?
Yeah, I think it was 1-0 England. Greenish scored.
Right. Paul
One of your
Gwynn
lot.
says, Mike, Nigel Farage's mate, Tim Martin, who owns Wetherspoons, is going to the government to see if he can get a special visa to bring European people to work at his bars, as he cannot get any staff in the UK.
Oh.
Cold out there though, isn't it? Yeah, I dare say he'll be alright doing that.
Aye.
That's not the same guy that was the MP guy, is it?
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
if he paid better wages, though, maybe.
Nigel Farage.
Yeah,
Yeah, who's
Yeah.
an MP?
yeah.
There was where was he? He was what, the National Party. Yeah, National Party, wasn't it?
Some I don't know. Anyway, Richard Upton says, ooh, Paul, I can't stand that guy. Jennifer C says, Whirly Paul, oh, I hate that guy.
He shoots more than Boris does.
Paul Bryn says, lol. Jennifer C says we should never have left the EU. JJ Jones
Yeah.
says, JJ, how are you on this lovely Thursday evening, big buddy? Hugs to you, my mate. Paul Bryn says, Richard, that's the man who said Brexit will be okay. You cannot even get staff now.
Yeah, well, it wasn't his idea. Wasn't this whole Brexit thing wound up over getting rid of overseas workers?
Yeah,
So,
foreign
has it worked then? I just can't see it myself.
Paul Bryn says, Richard, that's the man who said Brexit. Oh, right, read that.
Yeah.
Jennifer C says, but they've been horrible to us since lol. JJ says, JJ Jones, scared to defend myself on here.
Who's scared to defend themselves?
JJ.
Alright, there you go, Jojo.
Whatever. Alex Whitecat says 1-0, yes.
Yep.
And Jay says
Right.
full fat Coke is disgusting, Mike.
Oh,
You can feel the sugar on your teeth and it shows on your belly and hips too. We found quite a,
it does.
we found quite a decent one. It's a store brand one, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's not too bad.
That'd be nice.
dear at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah. Richard Upton says who won, Alex? What did you say? England.
Yeah,
Yeah,
England.
England.
Greenish scored.
Jennifer C says that Nigel Farage is over making trouble in America now.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it,
really?
if him and Trump got it together, I think they'll make a really good party.
And
Stop
Jay
in
says JJ and Breathe. John Milner says hi, Mike. If you were in, say, your late 60s, would you still go over to Spain knowing what you know now about getting residency?
Yeah, definitely.
You would still?
Yeah, of course I would. Been better in me late 20s. That would have been even better still.
Yeah, I wish we'd done it years ago.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nearly ended up in Germany then.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? In the New Forest before Marcus
Black
was
Forest.
born. Black Forest.
Yeah.
Richard Upton says, good, Jennifer. Someone will hopefully take action on him over there. Jennifer C says, I don't know, he's helping his buddy friend Trump.
Yeah, it'd be a good pair together, I think. And,
Yeah. Jennifer C says, ha ha, and she says, show us your hips, Mike. Prove I'm wrong.
what, from here?
Yeah, come on, show us your hips.
Take the camera down there, Marcus.
And Jay says, LMFAO, Jennifer.
Tots up.
Still fits in the shirt.
Jennifer C says, good party, the pure evil, Mike. Who's that?
Farage.
Farage.
Alex Whitecat says, what was the job offer in Germany? We thought it was
Chambermaid.
in a hotel. Well, I was going to be a chambermaid and you were going to be more like a handyman in a hotel in the Black Forest in Germany. We'd
Alright.
applied for it. We had one of these.
Sure.
Like, you used to be able to get magazines then, and there were like jobs abroad. We contacted various places, and we had
You
a
can still get
letter
magazines.
back. We started to sell stuff in the flat. I think we
Yeah,
made
we did
arrangements
enough,
to give the keys back.
Clear
We
there, couldn't
had, we had the coach tickets booked because we were going by coach and everything booked up. And the day before we were due to leave the UK, there was another letter came that said, this was not a job offer. We were just saying thank you for your interest. We have no vacancies at the moment. Wishing you all the best. But the way the letter read, it did sound as if they were offering us the jobs. So,
We'd probably still ended up in Spain, like. But
yeah. Richard Upton said, are you sad about that decision now, Sue? Maybe the Black Forest would have been nice. I can see Mike and Marcus in matching lederhosen.
That's a blooming lederhosen.
They're like the long shorts with the braces.
Oh,
like
yeah,
leather,
yeah.
like
I
leather
know, I
shorts. Like a young lolly. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
joke.
We thought that was more Austria, didn't we, in the end?
Like his little cap with a feather in. Daisy Broom said,
Could do with a
Trump
feather in me cap.
is very smartish short of a gingerbread house. Jennifer C said, Ops, she's right, you need Diet Coke, lol. And Jay says, no, you're definitely not a Diet Coke drinker, Mike.
Alright.
I love you, I'm trying.
We get
love
we
you.
get it from Dyer, so is it not Diet Coke?
Pick
No.
on Mike, pick on Mike. They do like 4 different ones. I think we're going to have a look what the different ones are.
Yeah.
So I think, actually, I think maybe it isn't because that's a
We'll see
classic.
if I come over here.
That's a classic one, so maybe
Probably
there
did if
isn't.
you've been watching for a while.
Yeah, you have lost a bit since you've been here.
Yeah.
JJ Jones says getting out of
Bit of
Brexit was
that.
to stop the European Union ripping us off billions of pounds.
That's a bit of
Wait.
knowledge.
Yeah, we're going to see in the next few years, aren't we, what happens with the UK.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they've made the trading impossible near enough with the EU now, haven't they? So,
Richard Upton said, Alex, I'm sorry I had to go at you before. People get heated up about this whole thing. Me especially, you seem to be a decent bloke, so I don't mean to offend you in any way. Fair dues. Walk on the wild side said evening all when I'm back home
Evening,
in
Stephen.
sunny Blackpool.
Well, hope you had a good holiday.
Yeah. We look forward to seeing some
Vids.
vids and pictures.
yeah.
Definitely.
Jennifer C says, oops. Was it JJ Jones? I think that was a lie.
Huh?
I don't know. Again out of Brexit. Richard Upton says, hi, you walk on. Alex Whitecat says, Richard, I'm female. You know that? Jennifer C said, Rich, Alex is a female. Paul Bryn says, JJ Jones, the UK is still playing into the EU, but now they do not have a say.
Yeah, we heard something like that. They've been playing for so many years up there. So,
Think.
Officially, if not.
I don't know.
Trouble is when countries want bailing out, where they're going to go to the UK. Daisy Broom says, go all German socks and sandals.
Socks and sandals there. We're not allowed that, I don't think, are we?
I don't
You
know.
wear socks with
Socks and
sandals and yeah.
Weird.
Tracy Warren said, hi, walk on the wild side. Hope you've had a great weekend.
Have to get some white socks in, wouldn't you?
Colin Top Gun said, hi, you walk on. Fantastic shot of the moon. Jennifer C said, agree, Paul. Walk
Yeah,
on the
we'll
wild
have a
side,
look,
says
haven't
Richard Upton. Richard Upton said, same to the three JJs as well. I know we have had our problems in the past and we don't see eye to eye. And yeah, that's down to me. I can be a bit strong sometimes. Let's try and put an end to it and get on it. Oh,
Yeah, coming on point, Bendor.
yeah. Well said and fair go to you, Richard. JJ Jones said, Paul, we pay to them for now. Jennifer C said, Brexit Sue, I was on about.
Yeah, we're going to have to see what happens with the Brexit in the UK, aren't we? Once we've got a few years under their belts.
Yeah.
How long we doing tonight? Because
Usual.
my mate got a quiz, has she?
Have you not got a quiz, sir? Can't get stuff these
Walk
days.
on the wild side to Tracy Warren. I did, thanks Tracy. Paul Bryn said, it's sad, Jennifer, when you look at the likes of Sue, Mike and Marcus there in the funny country, how do not have a say no more because of Brexit. It is true, Worley, because of Brexit we're kind of being cut off, Worley, we're dictated to. I mean, to be honest, to me it's human rights. I still think you should have a right to live where you want to live and you shouldn't be forced to have to make a decision.
Yeah, if you're going down that line, it's going to be racism, isn't it? You know, the thing everybody fights against. It's racist to say I come from somewhere. I think I've said this before.
Yeah, but
Or for anybody, really.
really, in my view, I think, yeah, okay, if you really have made that decision that the country you're in is going to be your forever home and it's not where you were born, but that's where you're going to spend out the rest of your life, then, yeah, maybe fair enough, you should make yourself
Yeah, you should
part
like
of that country and nationality. But I think, like, if maybe you just want to live there 5, 10 years, maybe move on somewhere else.
Well, but I've got no problem with the way they're trying to do it through the residency. I think they ought to do that. If you want to stop in the country for more than 3 months now, isn't it?
Mm.
You ought to be forced to do the residency. And
Anyway, moving on. Daisy Broom said, I'm transgender and autistic and proud of it. Well done,
Yeah.
Daisy.
Bill.
Thumbs up for Daisy. Jennifer C said, that'd be great, Rich, because we're an awesome crowd, but arguing spoils it. True. Alex White
Yeah.
Cat said, I'm a gorgeous blonde, but I've got balls. So you're a tough woman. I don't think she means I think she means more like she's a tough woman.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
realise that.
Walk on the wild side, says Colin Top Gun Tarpal. Thank you all, says what's the best thing about Benidorm?
being here.
Yeah, being there.
The sun,
Sun,
the
sun,
lifestyle.
people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
food.
I think
friends,
once we have got our
everything.
residency, it will be a lot better for us because
It'll be
then
a
we'll
lot
be able
easier
to
than things.
really settle into the lifestyle.
Yeah. Because we've been on this for a lot now,
Yeah.
6-7 months,
Yeah.
trying to get this sorted out. What you got to do, whatever you got to do, what paperwork you got to have, what paperwork you
Yeah.
haven't. don't
Also,
need, and-
the house in the UK as well, not being able to get back to sort that out at the
yeah,
moment.
that's gonna have to go.
We have still got stuff in the property, so really
Nothing really of value though. is it?
nothing really of value. But at the end of the day, you know, I would rather have cleaned it out and then just, you know, it's an empty house for the agents to go in rather than knowing that there's still stuff in the property. But just be glad when it's all sorted.
Yeah, no, I think we'll just relax back and live our life.
Yeah. I mean, it was lovely the other day, wasn't it, to have tapas, do
That's
something a bit Spanish with lots of other
Yeah, do
Spanish
something a bit different. And
families. It was really nice. You just felt quite chilled and you felt part of life.
I think I'd really struggle going back to the UK now. It'd
Too weird, really.
And I think at some point we'll get ourselves deck chairs and we'll be off with the deck chairs on the back of the scooter down to the beach of a morning.
Well, we'll sit down there all day.
yeah.
You
Yeah, I'm
sit
not-
down there of a morning, come back at lunchtime, have your lunch and a siesta, a dip in the pool, and then evening meal and an evening walk. So it's done.
I'm not, yeah, it's not my thing sitting on the beach.
You've got to get Spanish. You can go in the sea. A walk on the wild side said I was in Bournemouth yesterday. It turned a little damp,
Really?
but it was muggy and there was that musty smell you get when it rains after a long dry spell. I quite like that.
Not gonna judge.
Likes musty smells.
I think I'd rather have sunshine all the time.
Oh, same.
Almost.
Jennifer C said yes, screwed Brits in Europe. True, I think it has kind of caught people out here. JJ Jones says, Richard, I've been nothing but nice to you, but you still block me and don't answer my polite comments to you. Alright, anyway, Richard has apologised to you, JJ Jones, so end of. Jennifer C said, no, Mike, it's not racist. JJ Jones says, not racist, Mike, it's political.
It's,
Uh,
I don't know.
I'm not gonna say I don't want to upset you a lot.
I think it shouldn't matter where you're from, what you are, or where you want to live now, sort of thing.
End of the day, it should be you live where you want to run, you do what you want to do, not.
Well, it should be, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's getting there. I mean, it's like this lockdown, really. I know And so they tell us it was for our own good, but is that not government's taking a bit more than they should, really?
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Should you not have had the choice then whether you want to lock down or not? I don't know.
JJ says JJ
Probably a
Jones
bit
back
deep.
doors looming, be careful. And Jay says LMAO, it's not racism at all, Mike. John Milner says I've heard Nigel Farage is trying to get EU residency with Germany. He's another one who misled us over Brexit.
Yeah, it's,
You know?
I don't know. Everybody's playing with a different set of cards, so
Right, I'm going to try and catch up then.
what you can do is play with the cards you've got, can't you?
Good size.
Yeah.
Ready? Jennifer C said yes, it's fair, but what we're saying is if we didn't leave, you could live anywhere in the EU.
Exactly.
That's true. And Richard Upton said they make it complicated and expensive, Mike. To buy my place in Spain, I needed a certificate, and it was a lot of running about at the police station.
God.
It's true. Colin Top Gun says, are you allowed to be buried there?
I'd
I
like that.
don't really know,
Yeah.
but I suppose...
Possibly.
You have to be done within 48 hours, I think it is.
Is
over
it?
there.
Yeah. And I can't...
Mighty took up the cross and chucked over.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just getting
That's what I'm
shoved
having
in a
done.
wheelie bin, mate.
Yeah.
I
Right, I'm
wouldn't be
pushed
doing
off.
the wheelie bin. You don't have, well, I suppose they are wheelie bins, but
No.
not really wheelie bins, are they?
JJ says, Daisy, fair play for coming out
You
on here.
stuff it, innit?
Jennifer C says, be nice if you could rent a little house with a garden.
Yeah, that would.
be.
Would
That's
be
the only
nice.
thing we really miss.
A
A
garden.
I don't want a massive garden,
Yeah.
just enough to put a barbecue on and
Yeah. Yeah. The trouble is though, with having a garden, you'd have to watch with snakes being on the ground. You'd then get your cockroaches back in, and of course you wouldn't
Yeah.
have the view like you got here now.
you'd have a little bit of ground you can sit on.
Yeah, well, another option would maybe having somewhere in a complex where you've got that view and you've got the pool and there's garden areas
Yeah,
that are maintained that
there
you
was
can.
one for like a barbecue or something.
Uh-huh.
Because some places do have them, don't they?
Yeah. Alex Whitecat says I'm a softy really. Walk on the Wild Side said what's the big difference? What's the big thing about residency? Will you be better off financially?
No, it's
well,
just
like
like
in
to
your
show you
photos.
live here, ain't it?
Yeah,
But you've got to have it to live here, sort of
you
thing.
got to have
so-
it to live here now. Otherwise, like the end of June, we'd have to go back to the
Yeah.
UK. This is why we're stressed a bit still trying to get things in place.
This is what's caused most of the stress over the last few months, isn't it?
Mhm.
This.
Yeah. JJ Jones said, Daisy, you're human, polite. That will do for me. Oh.
Bless.
JJ says, contact solicitor to sort house out. You don't need to be in the UK to sort it.
Yeah, but we want to go back to make sure there's nothing we've missed in there. Or
Yeah, there's birth
Stuff like-
certificates in there, and I think this might still be the odd bit of bits and bobs, personal paperwork and stuff that
all the
needs.
coins and stuff over, didn't we?
Mm,
Yeah. So.
yeah, which that's another point, sorting them out and taking them down that guy. Richard Upton said, Colin, I think so, but it'll be a bit complicated affair like most things in Spain. Jennifer C says, Anne, what's your hubby? He's hitting on Daisy now. Daisy brooms like JJ Jones sending him kisses. Oh yeah.
There we go. Bring a lot of love this channel.
Yeah.
Aye.
Alex Whitecat said, thank you, Richard. Colin Top Gun said, I bet Richard. Jennifer C said, lol, he's like a rampant rabbit. JJ said, is Anne Marie in? I
I'm
think
going to get
she
some cushions
was.
for these.
Yes, she is.
There's some cushions in there for them.
Is there?
Yeah. Richard Upton says you just have to be where you want to be in life, Sue. If you like England, stay in England. If you don't like England, move. That's
Yeah.
why we're
Definitely.
here.
That's why we're here.
JJ Jones said, "Wow, Sue, I wasn't being nasty, was I?"
No.
No, not really. No, I was just saying that, you know, all the apologies have been made now, so
Yeah.
it's time to move on and have some
There we
love. Oops. A dog.
Little dog.
Witch Upton said, "Yeah, I know, JJ, I'm sorry. I blocked the three of you 3 weeks ago when you get in on, and I can't unblock people, and yeah, I can be sharp sometimes. I'm just that way.
Oh.
There you go.
But I don't mean anything." Jennifer C said, "That's what it is, Marcus. We can all move around." Richard Upton says, "Mike, stop calling people racist, you bad man."
He won't.
I wasn't. I'm just saying.
He called I am racist.
That's
but-
Anyway.
that's my opinion.
Anyway, Jennifer C says, "No way, after taking us out, he now wants back in."
What would happen there if you had a Labour government in? Would they be thinking about coming back in, or
Don't know.
Maybe.
if you had an election and Labour got in?
Don't know. Anyway, Jennifer said, "Farge sounds French, but he had a German wife he divorced."
Oh.
And she said she likes a patio, Mike, and snakes, oh my God. Yeah, the snakies and
You
stuff.
could have something to eat, didn't you?
Colin Top Gun said, "What, 2 foot square, Mike?"
No, go on with 6 foot square, I think.
JJ says, "Garden, love mine." And Jay says, "A lovely villa with a pool would be nice, we can but dream." That'd be
Yeah.
nice, wouldn't
Someone's
it?
got a barbecue.
Is that door open?
No. Oh yeah, but shutters are like that.
So, well, you getting more?
Yeah, I feel a bit sick.
I've got
And
some
Jay said,
drink
"A
for
lovely
you.
villa." Oh, with that.
It was by the door.
Colin Top Gun says, "Small barbecue." Jennifer C says, "Yeah, JJ, you're great at watering them flowers." And Jay said, "I love our garden too, JJ, and I hate not to have one." That's better, thanks. Paul Brink says, "JJ, I'd say the garden's good therapy."
Yeah, give you something to go and potter about in there.
It
Yeah.
does.
And Jay's laughing at Jennifer. Steve Morris says,
Go and build somewhere out there, something. It's,
"Can you move back to your house if you don't get residency?"
Possibly, but I mean,
We
No,
they'd
but
could.
have
find another
to
way.
start again.
Yeah, we could, but there's absolutely not a thing in it. It would mean totally restarting our lives again.
too old for that, guys.
JJ Jones said, "JJ, your garden's good for your bladder, if nothing else."
I think you got peels and stuff you can go down, so it'd be-
Yeah,
could be another 12 months or so, couldn't it?
yeah. And Jay says, JJ Jones watered our garden tonight with a wheel hose. Sorry,
A wheel hose.
a wheel hose.
A
Wheel,
real hose.
wheel, that's it, not wheel.
A wheel.
JJ said his gardens is get away from ST. Jennifer C says, "What do you mean?" And JJ's hose is very real. A Walk on the Wild Side says, "UK was never fully EU for 3 reasons. 1, we kept our own currency. 2, we drive on the
true.
left and never fully adopted metric for transport. 3, the Queen is head of state and our own Commonwealth."
I agree.
There you go. Yeah, but I think if they decided to come back into Europe, wouldn't that be one of the terms and conditions now?
More than likely, I dare say.
You'd have to go out to the Euro.
Aye.
I don't know, like it's...
Dunno. And Jay says, "Yeah, but I bet it doesn't reach all areas like ours does, Jennifer." Jennifer C said they can't decide, it would have to be a vote. Paul
Probably.
Breen says, "JJ, what compost are you using in your garden, JJ?" Jennifer C says, no, Anne, I suppose it's not as long. JJ Jones says, Jennifer, you leave my hose alone.
Yeah, I'm going to hoses there.
Jennifer C says, I still have windows open here. We got windows, doors.
Yeah, theirs are probably open all night.
Jennifer C says, her JJ grabs it and runs away. Jennifer C said, we did. We had the best of all worlds, walk on the wild side.
Van out there or something.
Alarm or something, yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. See what happens.
Uh-huh.
I hope it's still this side though. For me.
Paul Bryn says, Mike, the UK will never go back into the UK because of them reasons. I don't know.
When in the first place, though,
I think if people knew all the facts in the first place, I don't think the vote would have gone the way it went.
well,
As
it's
you
sold
said.
to us on something else, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Something completely different. I don't know.
God.
We'll have to see a couple of years down the line in the UK.
Does
What's
to
going to happen
not,
then? Is it gonna?
is it me or does to not seem to be going on super slow?
It's because you did the other one as well.
Yeah. I mean, the money's gone up against the dollar, hasn't it?
Don't know.
It's creeping against the euro. I mean, personally, and just in our situation, we could do with it flying up against the euro. It'd be a lot better for us, especially with the eggs to sell as well.
JJ's eating prawn cocktail and lobster, very nice.
No.
Mm.
Very
And he says,
fancy.
what have you guys had today?
Pork pasta.
Pork
was it?
chops.
Yeah, pork chops.
Yeah, I like lobster. I don't really like. There's not a lot of meat on it, is there? You know, it's one of the things. Lobster. I do like the meat though.
Jennifer C said, oh nice JJ, crumbs, living the dream there. Walk on the Wild Side says, well, the data on Kung Flu deaths is showing almost nil, but for some reason Doris is very jumpy and will not commit to ending restrictions after June the 21st.
Weird.
Paul Bryn says, JJ,
I
are
think
they
we're all
dead?
like that when we get married, Marcus. A bit jumpy. So that's got anything to do with it.
Alex says we'll be back soon, just going to eat sausage salad.
Oh.
Very nice.
Oh, you reckon he's got premarital nerves?
Premarital, he's married now, so.
Oh, I see. Is it?
Yeah.
Didn't see
Wait,
to
yeah.
writing.
Jennifer C said 141 to the dollar. And Jay says,
Yeah.
never tried lobster, JJ. I think I should give it a go. JJ says, Paul, I can't understand you. Sorry, mate. I think he means your prawns and lobster, are they dead?
Probably, oh.
Hope so.
Jennifer C said it's Lushan if you like crab.
I like anything like that, you know, it's good.
JJ said, Anjay, it's beautiful.
That's what we need to find is a good crabbing spot.
JJ Jones said, Jennifer Anna's never had crabs since she's been with me.
Oh.
And Jace has never tried crab either, Jennifer. JJ's just laughing at JJ Jones.
Do you
It's
reckon?
naughty. Huh?
You don't want crab and stuff
No.
like that, do you?
Colin Topgood
Oh, yeah.
said, I don't like crabs.
Crab prawn.
Pardon me.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love anything fish, any shellfish like that.
So Marcus,
association.
You're the big 2-0 on Sunday.
Quiet.
Right, yeah.
God, you're getting old.
Yeah, so are you.
Another
That
20 years to
another
have a
one
beard.
tear.
Oh, that's Spendle, mate. It's not really going white, it's just Spendle, mate. Dyes it all white.
It's,
Jennifer
Yes,
Seed
anyway.
said, well, have you tried Staycan? Walk on the Wild Side said, I was in Dartmouth on Tuesday and there were
Well.
loads of people crabbing along the port.
Real
Alright, yeah, alright.
dots,
We're going to have to sort that out, Marcus.
especially fishing.
Get your little crab
Backpack
line.
fishing.
JJ says,
You probably do that down on the, what's it, down the bottom.
JJ Jones said, Daisy, where you gone? You quiet. JJ says, walk on the wild side. Hi, mate. Colin Top Gun says, not a teen anymore.
Yeah, I know. Scary.
Start looking for the grey hairs now. And Jay says, lol, yes, Jennifer, I don't like it only 'cause I have it well done and it's chewy. I couldn't eat it if it was pink.
Or steak.
Yeah.
Well, you got a bit of blood running out of it. Nothing to muck up with your bread and butter else.
Walk on the wide sides applauding JJ. Jennifer C says, well, it's nothing like that, Anne lol.
You're getting down there now, aren't you, with the steak?
Yeah.
Look a bit more runny.
John Milner said, should have had a second vote about Brexit after the deal Boris signed up to recently. He said we need to take back control. The only control he's got is of us, no control of anything else. JJ says, Ula Malama Blanca.
Uma Palama Blanca.
Mm.
Whatever it
I don't know.
And Jade says, LMFAO, Jennifer, you muppet. Colin Top Gun says, walk on. You can throw them back, you can't in Benny.
is. Don't you? Don't know.
Take it back to the crabs there, that's something. Yeah.
Yeah. Jennifer C says, I have mine burnt on. I like all my food burnt.
Oh, well, come here. You're not Sue's cooking.
You don't burn everything these days, do you?
Sally Dimmock said,
Sorry,
I like steak, but not when it's flapping its tail on my plate. Well done for me. JJ says, and Jay, don't call Jennifer that, it's bullying.
Extra rare in
JJ Jones says, I'm a meat man and Spuds hate veg.
Yeah, well, I love bit of meat,
Yeah.
bit of pork, sausage. What
I'll
you
give it sausage
laughing
in
at?
it. What are you trying to tell me today?
Watch your sunburn.
Cheeky.
Stop.
And
stop,
Jay
stop,
says,
stop.
burnt is my choice too. I grew up on food like that, had no choice as a kid, Jennifer. My mum was a rubbish cook.
You haven't met Scooter Sue.
You're not that bad, Marcus.
I'm only winding you up, Mum.
-1
Just what you have for
present.
breakfast.
I'm sorry. Come on.
It's got night for breakfast because there's no bread. You've got to go shopping in the
Wait.
morning.
What?
Debbie Gill says, happy
Oh,
birthday
sorry.
for Sunday and how old will you be?
20. Thanks, Debbie.
20
20
Jennifer
years
C
old,
said, he, JJ, because I loves her, I let her.
It's your fault I look like this.
Pardon me.
No, it ain't.
You
No,
just stopped it all like when we first had you. I'd be 40 again.
No,
And
it
Jay
wasn't.
says, oh my God, JJ, what was I thinking? I'm so sorry. Jennifer, I take it back. Jennifer says, hello. Well, lol, Anne. JJ Jones said, look, my steak rare, proper way to eat it.
Yeah.
Medium well.
JJ says, my
Rare.
steak needs to be moving.
Yeah, I'll get trouble if I go in and film this cows. Oh, yeah.
I could just imagine you turned up gone up to the live carrot, just gone up.
Well, you won't miss that bit. It'll grow back. Don't worry.
Jennifer C said, Anne, you can call me anything, I'll just pull your pigtails. JJ says, Anne J, I was timed out for the same comments. Anne J says, and I'll pinch your skipping rope, Jennifer, so there.
What the hell?
Tracy Warren said, my steak needs to be cooked, not running around the farm. Jennifer C says, no, not my rope.
God, I can't believe it. We've only done like another 30 minutes.
Alright, you ain't going to point it anywhere, have you?
Now I'm just so tired
Right.
and running out of stuff to
Got a
talk,
day off tomorrow.
talk about. I mean,
I'm going to get up tomorrow.
Yeah, you can have a lie, we'll leave you in bed.
Yeah, leave you in bed. I'm
And
down
then-
about 7:30.
Paco can come and knock you
Like
up.
you two did the other
that
day.
wake me up and you
What?
to get up because I'm
We
not.
had to go to the bank the other
I'm
day.
not trying to watch that AEW double or nothing. If I can get the
Whatever.
MP of it.
Jojo said, so you guys off out tomorrow?
Yeah, we're going to go and get
Don't
Marcus some presents.
Yeah. Marcus will be kept in.
My card.
And Jay says, in future,
Oh, a massive
JJ,
box.
let me say it for you. Jennifer C said, remember as a kid, we would... Remember as a kid we would, well, I would ask my mum for a old clothesline and we would play skipping all day in the street.
I could never skip.
I used to be able to at one time. Oh, I'm very brilliant at it. Like
Yes, I do
Good
it.
to know, kids
The
banging the doors.
boxing couldn't do it then. Me old junior school book had that dumbass challenge where like they all gave you like one of them skipping ropes with like a counter and it'll count how many skips you could do and like you had to see how many skips you could do over summer holidays I think it was and like you won a big chocolate bar or something. It was cheap because
keep you
I
fit.
couldn't do it. I really couldn't do it.
JJ says, Anjay, ha ha, one wolf, one and all that. Tracy Warren said, I am going to be up early, going shopping into Birmingham with my
Oh,
daughter.
well.
Very nice.
Oh, that's
fun.
nice. Yeah.
Walk on the Wild Side said, I bought some rock the other day, marked as Dorset Rock, from a shop at Lulworth Cove. And on the sticker it said, made in Blackpool.
Yeah, you get that over here in Benidorm.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
got like Benidorm in middle, but you look where it's made and it says Blackpool.
Yeah.
The way they sell this right there, Marcus.
Indoor market,
In
that's
the
all.
market.
Yeah, and the shops are made. Not allowed to call them what they're called, but
Chinese
I mean, you
shops.
know what I mean.
The Asian shop.
Chinese shops and the Pakistani shops.
JJ says, Tracy, nice one. And Jay says, yeah, Jennifer, there was a factory not far from where I lived.
Think
Some older
the
kids pinched a really thick rope. I remember it hitting me on the ankles and
oh,
I was knocked to the floor.
I think
Painful.
the sweet shop where me and Mum gets the Euro bags of sweets in town does them
Yeah,
as
every
well.
time I've been past there though, it's been shut.
I know.
Yeah, we're going to high school. You going to that Blackpool Rock?
Jennifer C said we had lots of kids in my street, Marcus, and two would hold the rope
Not
as
well.
we jumped in, and there might been 10 of us.
All I remember is at me old junior school we used to have like some fancy tyres and me and my mates just used to like play wrestling on them.
MC Tyres.
Yeah, like loads of tyres and you could just like jump a bat on them.
Oh.
So we just had wrestling matches on them.
Tracy Warren said JJ she wants to go Primark, so could be there. JJ says Paul, 8 o'clock onwards.
Oh,
Yeah, we used to do that every weekend. Not in for every week.
Jennifer C
Oh,
says,
John.
oh no, Anne, did you call them Muppets? And she's laughing. Paul Bryn says, JJ, are you living in Birmingham?
I think he is, ain't he?
I think somewhere around there, yeah. Jennifer C says, oh, and then we did American skipping with rubber bands linked together.
I remember limb bands.
Mm.
He used to make the bracelets so you're just like flicking across classroom at your mate. Spitballs. Old pen tube. Rolled up bit of bog roll. Shove it in your gob. Get your pen tube.
JJ says,
Well, that's been
Tracy,
about for a few years.
long queuing. My daughter went yesterday. I'm waiting 20 minutes just to get in.
Oh,
Where's
blimey now.
Primark, I don't
Primark.
think I'd wait 20
Ended
minutes to
up
get in.
putting me teacher on back ahead with spitball device.
We started using that one in Carlisle a bit, didn't we?
And Jay says, no, Jennifer, I think I cried my eyes out and swore a few times, then hobbled home. A walk on the wild side said, I used to work in a rock factory. It was my
Oh,
first
well.
job, an absolute nightmare, being indoors in summer all day
Yeah.
for 10 hours with very few breaks.
Oh.
JJ says,
can
Paul,
imagine.
or my life mate, Brummy.
Well,
Yeah, I've worked in a
Well,
few of the
right.
food factories and some of it's terrible, isn't it?
Richard Upton says, walk on the wild side, I couldn't have a job like that. I would eat all the rock and say the seagull stole them. It's the smell actually.
It's
I was
under rock
quite,
every week, you know.
I was quite surprised actually. Like when I did visit a rock factory, it's quite
Yeah,
really
sweet,
sickly smell. Yeah, the sugar burning.
yeah.
Well, not burning, but you know, like melting. Jennifer C said, bullies, they were picking on little ones. Tracy Robin says, JJ thought it'd be cute to get in.
So I think I've ever been round a rock factory.
Yeah.
neither.
Paul Bryn says, JJ, you must have been a neighbour with Mike. No, you wasn't really Birmingham, was you? You were like
All I
Bromsgrove,
remember
Redditch,
about that
Redditch.
time I went Blackpool was belting some coloured lad for having a go at me and my mates, getting drenched,
That one you went to the school.
getting told off by teachers because I got absolutely blooming drenched, and getting lost in that maze thing they have at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I got lost into Hall of Mirrors and ended up walking right into Jan.
One of my best memories of Blackpool was when I was quite young. My mum and dad had some friends. They had kids as well. They had 3 kids as well. So there's me and my 2 brothers. Their 3 kids, my mum and dad, and this couple. And they had a van. And I can remember, like, we were all in the back of the van.
As you did in them days.
Like, yeah. My mum and dad were crammed up in the front, so there was like 4 in the front. All the kids were crammed up in the back of the van. We went down to Blackpool and went in this like little bed and breakfast up some back side street you'd probably never ever find it
yeah.
again.
You do.
And he'd only got 1 room. So
Jeez.
there was this room with bunk beds, a double bed. So us kids are in the bunk beds, and there was 3 of us to a bunk bed. So there's me and my 2 brothers in the top one, and the other 3 kids in the bottom one. Like, my mum and dad decided to let this couple have the double bed, being as they had driven the van. It was their van. So mum and dad were like in the sofas. And like the breakfast was like really stingy. And every morning we'd go out, my little brother would be like, I'm hungry, my tummy hurts, I'm hungry. And we'd have to go to the cafe facing and have a breakfast in the cafe facing. But next door to the cafe was this rock making shop, and that's where we went, and he like would take you all round, and you could like go all like right in the back and everything, yeah. And he'd make rock with your name in as well. You could like get rock with your
We were
name
up in
in.
Blackpool when we got that woman. We used to go down for breakfast.
Yeah.
And do
The one who moaned a lot.
With one sausage, one bacon, one
Yeah.
egg,
Yeah,
She was quite.
yeah.
and you get some toast with it.
And we asked for extra toast, and she
Yeah.
practically threw it on the table.
I tapped the one at
Absolutely mad,
that
didn't she?
fat family van, and every
Oi.
morning we'd be like, I hope it's the Teletubbies.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that one that
Yeah, I
kept
think
moaning, he was like, blooming, I'm not gonna get much for breakfast this morning.
The one
Really?
morning I
Yeah.
asked for more coffee, didn't I? Like, 'cause she brought a
Yeah.
pot of coffee for me and Mike, and I said, oh, we drunk, I said, can I have some more coffee? And she's like, I'm going to have to put the kettle back on now. And she stormed out, and you could hear her banging about in the kitchen. She come back, I'm not joking, it was like, wasn't even half a pot
Yeah,
of
it's one
coffee.
cup on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Poor Mike just looked and he went, well, I guess I'm not getting a second cup.
That hotel with the Xbox in front room.
Yeah.
Toilets
alright
would be
there,
always on
Yeah,
it.
that was
Wasn't
alright there.
Yeah.
Had a good breakfast.
Brilliant.
Jennifer C said, was it only me? That's the kids bullying. And Jay said, I
Well,
used to
I've got
love
bullied.
American skipping, Jennifer. Jennifer C says, Jackie Knockers, anyone play that?
Jackie Knockers.
No, don't know.
Never heard of it.
JJ says, Knock Door 1.
Yeah, I remembered that.
Uh-huh.
Played it with me mates.
Uh-huh.
You tried a string on the door, didn't you? And then pulled it and just stuff it outside.
Uh-huh.
Wait till they go back in and do it again.
Knocked door one. My mates had a bet. You'd have to knock it, stand there and see how long you can keep the bloke stood on doorstep.
JJ Jones has got to drive to Bournemouth next Monday to turn a bathroom into a rec room. So hoping to still tune into your live feeds while I'm there for a
done
few
that.
days. No
Definitely.
worries,
Yeah, I
cool.
think we get out over there, don't we?
Yeah. JJ says, JJ Jones, nice one, mate. Jennifer C says, yes, JJ was my second favourite. My first was jumping over people's back gardens.
The game was, you'll knock on door, stand there, like, see how long you can go without getting told to like bugger off. Then like, person who stood there the longest, like, could buy fish and chips or something. Like everyone who lost would have to fucking for fish and chips for the winner.
Good on there.
JJ says,
Blooming
Jennifer
brilliant.
hedge jumping. And Jay says, oh, I feel bad saying this, but as kids we used to put dog poo on newspaper, set fire to it, and knock on the door and run, hoping they'd stamp out the fire.
Yeah, well,
I know
I've
it was
seen
bad.
that done before. I've seen that done before.
We used to do the milk bottles, and I used to put the milk bottles out of. You always put the milk bottles out at night then, didn't you? You get stones and collect and
Sling
chase.
shot.
What we used to do was like,
Oh, a good enough shot to. get
there
milk
were
bottles.
like little flats, like there was maybe about 2 or 3 floors, and like rows of flats, but all the doors had like on their front door was push down handle, you know, so you'd like have to push the handle down to open the door. So what we used to do was get the empty milk bottles and put an empty milk bottle on the handle and then knock the door and run, so that when they opened the door they'd have to push the handle down and the milk bottle would smash on the floor. Oh, wasn't
I'd have never married you if I'd have known that.
Yeah.
I got chased by some yonder once I'm working. Because me and my mates are just chilling down by some flats up, listening to music. Next thing we know, some car went past and they jumped on his brakes. Like, we first walked fast and we were like, oh crap, not what's going on here, and we all just legged it.
JJ says Kirby also. Was that another game, Kirby?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kirby.
Oh, the vacuum I used to
What's
sell.
Kirby?
Kicking ball up curb.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I
Jennifer
remember that.
C says you're a Sparky JJ. That's what Simon is. JJ Jones says JJ, hope it turns out okay. I'm a flagger by trade.
A flagger. Oh, not one of the highway people.
I
You
don't
know,
know. No,
sound
I
a bit
don't know.
funny.
Ask what a flagger is.
What's a flagger, JJ
It's JJ Jones.
Jones?
JJ says Anjay, same here. Jennifer C suggests JJ Hedge or whatever they had up, lol.
That's what to do with me.
No, flagger by
Used to
trade.
be all about skateboarding and so on, actually.
When you had
I had
you
it.
go across the garden, but
I mean, yeah, but I could sort of wide
then
and
he'd fall
couldn't
off.
really do tricks on.
you see the size of the skateboards out here, though.
Oh,
About
massive.
this long.
Yeah, they've got like the long boards, don't the penny boards, not the little tiny ones.
You don't have to drive them, do you? I mean, you don't have to skate with them. You just walk to the other end. Probably where you want to go there.
And Jay says, "Phew, thanks for that, JJ. I don't feel too bad now." Tracy Woman says, "And Jay, we used to put newspapers in the drain pipes and light it. It used to make such a noise." Don't you dare.
BB guns or snap crackle bag things. Used to shove them outside some ants front door.
Yeah, I ain't forgotten you when things were open and the stores were down on the front. You had them snap bags walking around Benidorm Town Centre throwing them behind people. Poor little old grannies dropping down with heart attacks. Jennifer C says, I never did that, Anne. I would have been up for it though.
I know what you mean.
Can I ask a question?
And Jay says, I might try that, Tracy. What?
Anyone else have a spud gun? Or just me?
Yeah, everybody has good
Probably.
guns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody in the world, I think.
And your mum would come to do Sunday lunch and there'd be all like these little holes in the spuds. John Milner says, Marcus, I watched 3 or 4 of your recent videos today.
Cheers, John.
Quite enjoyed them. Keep it
Thanks,
going.
pal. Well done.
Also saw Mike's president video.
Presidente.
Presidente. The hotel.
Yeah, I put that up earlier. didn't I?
Yeah. Did you actually video the side, the banner thing though?
What one?
No,
No.
Probably not.
Oh, it was.
because it wouldn't come out on camera,
Oh.
would it?
They don't tend to come out very
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
They got like fluorescent light thing the other day. It was just saying when they were going to open, like 1st of June, Presidente open. Today they'd got one up and it was like Asterix and I don't know what the big one's called.
Goldbert, something like that.
Yeah,
I know. you
it was
mean
just
that.
like images of them and it was like, come on, Darwis.
Yeah, it looks quite a nice
Like-
hotel, that one.
Yeah.
For me as well.
I mean, we've been inside when it was filming.
Yeah.
When a quick
It's
look round
sort
inside.
of pop culture styled in a way.
What?
Pop culture,
What inside it?
yeah,
Uh-huh.
sort of thing.
Oh.
Got the reception there, and they've got a big room down the back there.
Bill,
I'll take it there back sun down
Yeah.
there and
Yeah.
it's a
But
brilliant
it looked like
place.
their
No, they
dining
don't.
room was
Sorry.
downstairs.
up the top. It's a disco thing down there, isn't it?
Yeah,
The acts and stuff is downstairs.
yeah,
The
went up there.
Philippines.
Philippines town.
Yeah. Which hopefully now that'll be able to reopen.
Yeah, that should be reopened now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know whether Tommy's is going to reopen if the UK isn't going on the green. But we'll have to wait and see.
Mm. Well, we'll let you know about that.
Yeah.
He was due
Jennifer-
to open by now, wasn't he?
Yeah. Jennifer C says my hubby used to do that. He told me about it. And Jay says you want to play put, Jennifer. Sorry, guys.
And we do, so we upset on the chat?
No, not yet.
No.
No, okay. You big chance,
Tracy Warren said only works in metal drain pipes. JJ says British Bulldog.
Yeah, we just spray that.
British Bulldog.
Yeah, you do a scalp and then they can catch you and stuff.
Oh. When that's Mike stands up against wall, you take it in turns a bit footy at his arse.
That's not nice.
We used to do that. We used to do that money at the wall. What was that
Yeah.
called?
Can't remember.
Knuckles.
And Jay says loved British Bulldog. Jennifer C said play put. Maybe if I knew what it was, lol. Richard Upton says, Sue, do you remember the Doctor Who cafe in Blackpool? It had like a TARDIS on the outside and you walked in the TARDIS doors to enter the cafe.
Ah,
No, I don't
I don't
actually. No.
you remember Knuckles?
No.
Yes, what you do is, two people, you'll spin coin round on table, the one will have to catch it between his fingers, then if he caught it, what you'll do is you'll slide the coin at your knuckles, like your opponent's knuckles. Got banned in school because people were getting cuts down their knuckles. Becoming dangerous.
And Jay says you're joking, Jennifer, lol. Jennifer C says no, never heard of it. And Jay says, Jennifer, you've never heard of playing out? Serious? Playing out, yeah, I think it come out.
Yes, a big DOS and that.
Yeah.
That's
Colin
it.
Top Gun said rat up the drain pipe.
What's that when it's there? That up the chamber?
No idea.
Don't know. Jennifer C said, is it hide and seek? I never heard that term. Richard Upton says, yeah, Marcus, that knock and don't run type in Knock and Don't Run on YouTube. It's very funny.
Yeah, then that Australian bloke does it. Neck dirty.
Knock and don't run.
That sounds like a string job, that does.
He knocks on some young's door and he just stand there. Don't you remember it? Watching him the other day. Knocks on that lass's door when she was like, why are you knocking on my door? And he just goes, why are you knocking on my blooming door? I've just had about enough of you, you cow.
He has a
Stop
go for
knocking on my
ages.
door.
Debbie
That's
Gill
very
says,
good
I played
Scotland.
Conkers. Marcus, you had your tattoo done? If so, show us.
Not yet. I'm gonna get it done when I've sorted all my money out.
As well.
Now we're back, guys. Sorry about that, we just went out there.
It's not that he's not having it done, it's just when he gets his money
Yeah, that's another point.
sorted out and
No.
Keep it out,
stuff.
so.
No, at Easter, did you ever used to paint eggs and
Yeah,
not make them into the stages?
yeah.
Mhm.
We used to have to do it for your school.
Yeah, but did you do it as kids? Or am I the only sad sod
Yeah, I
that
think
done
we
it?
did.
Probably, yeah.
I think we've done egg WW egg, which was egg taker first, Cena egg. I think we've done Eggy the Eagle,
Eddie the
It's
Eagle, we
Bunch
did,
The
yeah.
Eagle, that was a good one, we did
Yeah.
one.
SpongeBob one. Done tons of them.
And Jay says, ha ha, no, it's when you knock on your friend's door and say you're playing out.
Oh, I miss that.
Jennifer C says, me too, Debbie. Paul Bean says, Jennifer, ever play kiss chasing? Kiss chase.
I remembered the once I went to see if my mum was tossing up. It is mum and granted him. So I stopped to walk at his window. He looked at window and I was like, you're coming out, John. Why are you not coming out? What you been doing now? And his mum came out and chased me off.
See, we don't know anything about this, guys, you know.
Jennifer C said, course, Paul. I'd run that fast, and then underneath she's put wouldn't. Yeah, Jennifer, I bet you just stood there and everybody caught you. Paul Bryn says lol. Jennifer C says, and can I was a game. Can I? JJ says, Jennifer, I'm a carpenter. Sorry I missed your comment. So JJ's a carpenter, there you go. Jennifer C says, oh well, you're hired, JJ.
Akif 1 2 3. What do you
Aki
remember?
1 2 3.
Yeah, well, you had to get back to a certain point before
Yeah.
you got caught.
Paul Bryn says, we used to ring the police and ask, is that the police on the line? Well, you better watch out, there's a train coming.
Oh,
Colin Top Gun says Peg.
I used to not.
I don't remember Peg.
Used to
And Jennifer
just get up
C's laughing at Paul.
fish and chips, gas it up on fields or something.
Oh. Now
Fine
he's trying to
with
make
the
out he's
horses.
innocent now.
Just
look.
watch joke.
Yeah.
Used to
JJ Jones says a flagger Marcus is lay 3 foot by 2 foot flags to make
Oh,
a
yeah.
drive or footpaths and walkways, etc.
Oh,
See, I thought maybe that's what it was, like laying flagstones,
So, like,
but I didn't
pay-
want to say because I
pay
thought
sure
it
for
it's
was
something
wrong.
like, I'm sure they call somebody who delivers beer, is it?
I
Who
don't know.
delivers beer, something like that.
That's what
Dunno.
this guy said to me when I wanted to get into demolition. Like, I was talking to some bloke and he was like, oh, you'll need to get into the paving work first, like laying pavements, then piping work and all that. And I was like, well, why can't I just go straight into demolition? Like,
Yeah, I
I
don't see
don't want
why
to
you
blow
can't.
in
Lots
built
of
stuff.
there, don't you, really?
Mm. Well, there's plenty of that over here. I reckon you should start looking when you get your residency.
Yeah,
Mm.
you know.
Mind you, I mean, the trouble is the health and safety isn't that good here.
Tell me about it.
It's going to fall on your head, you'll soon get out the way.
I shan't tell you what I seen the other day,
Built-in response.
and that was on one of these apartments things that they're doing. And the
Oh,
one guy's
yeah.
on scaffolding, yeah?
Hmm.
His mate's actually over the edge on like a piece that was sticking out, and he's standing on this edge that's sticking out while the guy on the scaffolding is passing him the metal poles, and then he's literally passing the metal poles to his mate on a platform down below. And I'm thinking, why didn't they just have the metal poles
It's alright on scaffolds until they start taking it from underneath. it.
delivered to the platform down below? Like, why, like, be passing them over the... But this lad, as far as I could tell, he's actually stood on part of the thing that was sticking out off the scaffolding, not actually on the scaffolding,
Don't be
so
doing
that he
that,
could
lad.
pass
Don't
it
be
down.
doing
Like,
that.
honestly.
Big
Yeah.
hammer and smash from the bottom.
And Jay says, yeah, Marcus, we had cap guns as well.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, they used to pop.
Love
You could
me
get
blooming
caps.
Spot gun.
Spud gun.
JJ
BB
says
guns.
Tin Can Alley.
BB gun the best.
It's never allowed that.
Only thing is, I buggered up me BB gun, didn't I?
Nerf,
Jump
Pardon
babbled
me.
on it.
Nerf guns.
Oh, yeah, lovely.
Yeah. Jennifer C says, I'm pea shooters. I never had one though.
Oh, I had a pea shooter.
Did
Got
you?
it at a Beano magazine.
Did you have any peas to fire though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you remember it when we went Silith and
Mm.
you fell asleep that one time and I was shooting peas at you?
Yeah. JJ Jones says, Marcus, my mum didn't need a spud gun once. She just threw them at me.
Wow.
Yes, I can remember someone throwing a potato at me. It was meant as a joke, only I didn't move out the way, and it actually hit me on the collarbone. Oh my God, I thought he'd broke my collarbone.
Remember when I did it with that rock? That was big. I've thrown the rock out, he bounced straight back on your
Yeah,
leg.
yeah. We were sat, weren't we, on like a wall on the front on the promenade. It was like a stone beach. Promenade thing. It was like a pebble beach, stone beach. He picks up this bloody big rock and throws it, only it hits another rock, bounced back straight on my
I
leg.
didn't think rocks were bouncy.
I ended up, no word of a lie, Marcus, my leg, it just instantly came up in a big ball, didn't I? It was like an egg and it started going
We
black.
thought he broke it, didn't we?
They thought I broke it. These two blokes come to help him, and between the three of them, they actually carried me to this little cafe, and she got an ice pack on it.
Blimey, I must have been strong then.
You'll get me into loads of trouble.
Wasn't a pleasant holiday after that because it bloody hurt. Jennifer C said yes, that was a good game, JJ. Tin Can Alley. And JJ
Tin
says
Can Alley?
catapults.
Yeah, I could never have one of them, I wouldn't allowed.
And Jay says
Can Alley?
I used to love catapults.
You used to get balls you fire
What are you doing?
at this.
Tin
I
cans?
think I should have enough power in there.
You're like tin cans.
Like,
and
like,
you're fine.
yeah, they're like tin cans but plastic.
You used to be able to get something like
And you'd
that
have
in
like a little.
Marks and Spencer's. You could get like little duck shit again.
Jennifer C says marbles.
Yeah,
I loved
marbles.
my marbles. I used to love marbles. Skellies.
He does it everything.
Tactics.
Heck.
Now then my numbers don't
Right,
do
fast
that.
reading again.
Tactics.
Yeah, fast reading again.
JJ
JJ says, Anjay, I used to fight a next door neighbour post in the garden. And Jay says, did you have any dobbers though, Jennifer?
Toppers.
Dobbers, yeah. Skellies and dobbers, marbles.
oh.
Big ones. Jennifer C says,
Nice.
yes, I had a jar full. JJ Jones says, Sue, there is only one light system in our house and it's green. Go, go, go. JJ says, Jennifer, I love my marbles too. Jennifer C says, see, JJ was so alike.
I
And
used
Jay
to have
says-
huge pot of
Yeah.
them.
You lost yours a long time ago, JJ. Jennifer C says we could be twins, lol. JJ says LMAO and Jay, can't wait to meet you. Paul Gwyn says night folks, going to bed up early in the morning, thank
Night,
goodness
Paul.
it's Friday.
Exactly.
Yeah, we won't be on
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, night Paul.
It's gonna
We'll
on
be
Marcus'
back
channel.
on Tuesday though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marcus will
Nick
probably
and
do
Skip
something
will
in the
see.
morning, are
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
We're
that's
going to
right.
try, I think we're going to try and do one Monday night, are we?
Possibly, maybe.
Yeah. I think we'll do it Monday night rather than Sunday night this week because of Marcus' birthday.
Maybe.
Feliz cumpleaños. Let's sing it. Cumpleaños feliz.
Steve Morris says, my cow's yours.
Cumpleaños.
There's one.
Steve Morris said, my cow's yours. Mine's terrible. Don't know. How's your? Mine's terrible. I don't know. Jennifer C says, I'm
That's your
poor.
old age.
JJ says,
Oh,
doctors
better,
and
isn't it?
nurses. You show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Yeah, we
Doctors
spoke.
and nurses.
Did you? And Jay says, we can't wait to meet you, JJ.
I remember doing first aid training when I was
LMFAO,
with
JJ.
CCF and I ended up whapping me mate's head
Mark's
up.
doing speed reading, by the
Yeah.
way.
No, it wasn't that, doctors and nurses, Marcus. Jennifer C says, coughs now, JJ.
Doctors and nurses.
Richard Upton says, that's right, Marcus, yes. Nedge's Urban Sports. Whoop,
Yeah,
whoop,
it's
whoop.
Brill. Scott's Burgers at people. And then Red Devil, Angry Devil, whatever
Yeah,
it's
Red
called.
Devil.
Places like all the dog peas across London Bridge.
JJ says, Anjay, that was my favourite. Jennifer C says, what a surprise, and you still like it. John Milner says, received an email today from a lady who works in estate agents in Spain. She said applicants for Resi after March this year is now more complicated and difficult. That's that's
if you wasn't here before
you weren't here before
Brexit.
before the Brexit deadline. Like people that are coming over now, yeah, it will be more difficult, but
Yeah.
we're still covered by the withdrawal at the moment, but the deadline is the end of June.
This month.
Yeah. And Jay says, why does that not surprise me, JJ? I bet you were the patient saying it hurts here and here and here and here.
And just there, of course.
JJ says I was always the ambulance driver. Jennifer C said, oh, I think I was thinking of a different game altogether. Me bad.
Someone got a qualification in first aid actually.
Well,
Maybe.
Yeah, done a whole first aid course with CCF.
right, brilliant.
Probably.
I think I've also got qualification in firefighting.
Yeah.
And Jay says, what
You're
were you
fine.
thinking, Jennifer? Jennifer C says, Jesus was a carpenter, JJ as well.
Oh.
JJ says, anyone remember making shapes on the wall in your bedroom with a torch?
I didn't see him singing in the curtains.
Yes, actually.
Yeah,
You remember seeing him singing in the curtains?
no.
Anyone remember making bed forts?
Bedfalls, yeah.
You went through a phase where you wouldn't sleep unless I made your bed in a tent. We had like corners of an old quilt and it was
Yeah, I
tied
remember that.
up into corners of your room and tied to the door and everything. Honestly.
You remember
I do.
Mm.
Used to love
that? You
it.
don't know.
We heard him quoting one night, it fell down and he was over his face, bless him. Jennifer C says, you know Anne Grinslow? And Jay says, no, Jennifer, he was a carpenter with Karen, he played guitar while she sang. JJ says, Jennifer, Noah was too, LMAO. Alex Whitecat says, when you were there in November 2019, did you go to the UK fancy dress party?
Yeah.
If so, what did you dress up as?
These two did all.
I was Captain Caveman and Sue was a Egyptian queen, I think.
An Egyptian queen had long black hair. We had an outfit for sulky pants, but he decided not to go.
A really bad hangover that
Yeah.
day. I remember it quite well actually.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was a wise choice because it was
2 o'clock I got up
freezing.
in the afternoon. And I'm thinking, as soon as I got up, there's bang, bang, bang on the door. And the guy comes to fit a new
Extractor fan.
extractor fan for over the,
This
cooker.
was the other apartment, yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
As soon as I got up, it was. The head was still thumping. Another night at Tommy's.
Absolutely
Wonderful.
freezing though, weren't it?
Freezing, and there was people dressed up as anything you can think of.
Yeah, it is. If you've never been,
I met
it's
one
well
chubby
worth
Brown, Mrs. Brown, where's Uncle Mitch and Aunt Sally, Benny John Jones,
the actual, yeah, but it was the actual Benny Dawn
So,
Tom
what
Jones.
are we
Levi,
going on this year?
Peaky
Levi.
Blinders.
For both of us?
Yeah.
We're not fair.
Who am I going as then? Polly?
Yeah.
On a mobility scooter.
Yeah.
Suppose I could get like a 60s outfit and kind of like put a few bits on the scooter so it looks like an old car or something. Jennifer C says her hat, Anne.
Get cardboard for that, then.
Yeah. And Jay says, yeah, you were thinking right there, Jennifer. That's
That's
exactly what
part
it
of
was,
that
lol.
fancy dress day. I was walking into Spa up by where we used to live, dressed up as Captain Caveman to get a loaf of bread.
No, you on the gym
It's
down
having
on
to
Dove
it.
Park.
I had to explain to some Spanish old lass that no, I weren't a nut job. It was for like a big fancy dress day
Jennifer
thing.
C says, was he? I thought he just built boats. She says, lol, you know you're all crazy.
We are.
JJ says PMSL, Jennifer. And Jay said it wouldn't be as fun if we were normal, Jennifer. Jennifer C said that's right, sane people lead boring lives.
True.
Oops. Oh heck.
So how are we doing on tour?
Oh my god.
Pardon
Right,
me.
so getting well now.
Right.
2 hours of series in the chat there.
Yeah. JJ says, I'm Jay, me and JJ Jones going to do your heading when we meet. And Jay says, JJ, what makes you think I won't do your heading? And JJ Jones says, JJ, believe it or not, we have the same sense of humour. JJ says, haha, very true, and Jay. JJ Jones, glad there's one on here that gets me. Tracy Warren says, see you all later, take care everyone, see you all Sunday. Night Tracy.
Yeah, we'll be on Monday, not Sunday.
Not Tracy.
Monday night, not Sunday, but we'll schedule it. And Jay says, night Tracy. Everybody saying good night to Tracy.
Night, Tracy.
Night Tracy.
JJ Jones says, I get you, JJ. Believe me, hope you get me when I say things. JJ says, defo JJ Jones. Jennifer C says, I thought Sunday was live. We all going out with you?
I'm not sure, maybe. If I can
I'll be over on Marcus channel, anything that goes on Sunday.
Yeah. Richard Upton says, happy birthday for Sunday, Marcus.
Cheers, Richard.
Sunshine says, evening, guys. What have I
Evening
missed?
sunshine. Yeah, not much.
Not much.
Just talking about old games you used to play as a kid.
And Marcus getting drunk for his birthday. Jennifer Cando says, lol, lol, Sue. Richard Upton says, the end of the world and the rising of a new one, Sunshine. Don't we wish? JJ says, ha ha, and Jay, I just spat my drink out. JJ says, and Jay, you removed your comment. Whatever it was funny then. And Jay says, of course he does, JJ Jones. You're both on the same planet, hopefully a million miles away. Had to rewrite that, JJ. JJ says, ha ha, and Jay. Jane Yellop's in. Happy birthday for
Evening,
Sunday,
Jane.
Marcus.
Thanks, Jane.
Say again, all your birthday wishes on my channel.
Then I'll
JJ
get them
Jones
all
says,
again on my channel.
Sue not said it for a while, but well done for reading out of the comments tonight. Take a break. Yeah, well, we'll maybe when I catch up. Can I have a Kitty Kat as well?
Oh,
Jojo says, anyone remember that green slime? I was on my first holiday in Capri, Italy. My dad got it for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Marcus had Stinky Men.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I think we got him from here, didn't we?
Yeah.
Going from Greece.
Mm.
No.
No,
Yeah.
Benetton.
Yeah.
Shot down by the
Yeah, it was,
side
sorry,
bars.
Yeah. Jennifer C said, did I hear Tom Jones is in Benny?
No, not to be all one.
No, it was Benny Dawn Tom Jones, but I don't think he is. I think he might be touring the
Okay.
UK. We've got Dennis Birchall, does Tom Jones.
Yeah, good Tom Jones too.
Yeah. And Jay says,
Good
yeah, look
bass.
like Snot JJ. JJ Jones said, I dressed up as Shirley Bassey one day, high heels, the Monty, but was a bit worried because I couldn't run in the high heels. I think he means.
Don't worry, pal, I've seen someone dressed up in one of them full leather sex costume things.
Yeah.
I also
Okay.
got Flash.
JJ says, when I sing Tom Jones on karaoke, hope I'll get loads of knickers. JJ says, JJ Jones. And Jay, no, Jennifer, neither is Tom Jones, he's dead. And Jay says, yeah, from all the grannies, JJ. JJ Jones says, JJ, you can have mine from the day I dressed as Shirley. JJ says, and Jay, no. Jennifer C says, don't upset me, Anne. He can't be. I have yet to meet him. And Jay says, I'll get JJ Jones to dress up as Tom for you, Jennifer.
Imposter.
JJ says it's not unusual. Jennifer C says, okay, I suppose I'll have to lower my sights. JJ Jones says, Jennifer, you was a mate. And MJ's just laughing at Jennifer. Jennifer C said, this is a real bromance with the JJs.
That's fine.
Yeah. A Benidorm wedding, what do you think?
We caught
Yeah.
up.
On
No.
the Fancy Beach.
And Jay says, yeah, Jennifer looks like it, lol. Jennifer C said, Shugs JJ, well, you see him when he swings those hips. JJ says, leave my JJ Jones alone. We're going to all Benidorm just like the
Okay.
Quays.
See you in a minute, guys. Just
Right.
gonna get a drink.
Right. Jennifer
Pull
C
in a bit.
says, big girl knickers, JJ. Ain't there a bottle down there?
You can put it in a bit.
Yeah, there's a bottle there, Dad,
Yeah.
behind you.
JJ Jones says, we love JJ, we love JJ, we love JJ. And Jay says, the Quays or the Crankies, JJ.
Here's a fun fact. I'm actually related to Quatrons.
No, you're not.
I'm not related, but my great granddad, is it?
Your great grandfather grew
Yeah,
up
my
with them.
great grandfather grew up with the Quatrons.
JJ's wall. JJ's wall says JJ. Jennifer C says, and Anne will be. Barbara Windsor. Kevin Asprey said, I hope Tom Jones is not dead. He's supposed to be on Gogglebox on Friday.
Is he? Have to
And
watch
Jay said,
that.
cheers, Jennifer. JJ says, Jennifer. Jennifer C said, oh, is he Kevin? Oh, I better watch. Alana Fancy's in, says evening
Evening,
all.
Adana.
Hope you're all
Yeah,
okay.
they're Phil.
Richard Upton says, I can't stand that show. Kevin.
It's
And
alright.
grieve. How many people are in?
51,
How many likes?
30.
Hit that like button, gang. Elbow Boxes says, big up Mad Mike, Scooter Sue.
Exactly.
Talk then.
Hi.
Good.
No, I don't know that.
He's not talking.
So guys, don't forget we also have Super Chat. And
JJ
Potato
said, I've
Tony
actually went to see Reg. I have a lot of memorabilia.
Real.
Red.
Much.
Reg.
Farmer. I believe.
Which one?
I
No.
believe that. Oh, sugar.
He says Maidstone Prison.
Oh, Rachel's in the Quatrons, right?
Reg is in the Quatrons, yeah. Alex Whitecat said, I used to have breakfast every weekend at the cafe the Crays used to go to and drink at the Blind Beggar.
Real.
Jennifer C says you've seen him and says no way JJ. Sunshine says where's Mike gone to? He's back now.
Yeah, I've just
Can't
been.
get some pop.
Yeah. Yeah, as I said, my grandfather, Marcus's great grandfather that is, grew up with them.
Done time for him.
Not for the craze. He done time for
I need bricks.
a big robbery. Apparently, it's in the Birmingham Library. And he
You
took the
guys
cop for
tell me these
someone.
stories and then change it.
He took a rap for the craze, but he didn't do time for it. Yeah, he's been to the house, had a cup of tea with the mother. JJ says, Jennifer, yes, I've met both.
Oh, cool, JJ.
Sunshine says, I only went to the toilet and he's disappeared. He's back now, look.
Oh, yeah.
Here he is.
Jennifer C says, good God, we have celebs on here, celebs.
We'll get a photo, really, Marcus. You could just put the photo.
Okay.
Elbow Boxes says, Mike,
Could
what
do.
bar are you watching England games at?
Here.
Probably be on our TV if
Yeah.
depends what's going on, to be honest, guys. I think we'll follow Spain this Euros, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we might see what offers Tommy Cooper's have got on, because I know one of the matches the other day, they were saying at half time they were doing free pies.
Oh, free price.
Oh,
If then they like the chicken out down there the other week, I could do with some of that now.
No, Stuart will probably do it.
Yeah.
Richard Upton says with the craze, they only really messed up people who were the gangsters. So if you weren't a gangster, I think you were all right with them. Marcus, have you seen the film about the craze? It's good.
yeah, I have actually. Go.
Anne-Marie's back in, says hello.
Hi, Anne.
Hi.
Jennifer C said yes, they made out they had principles. Richard Upton said hello, Anne. Pardon me, Mike. Sunshine says, Mike, I bet you have some stories to tell. Give us one of your best, please.
Oh, stories. No, I'm.
Jennifer C says, welcome back, Anne.
Suppose we're not going out when we were out drinking. Lay down in the middle of the road and nearly got run over there. It's by the bridge and you can't see it when you're coming over. But it's, games you play when you're drunk, innit?
Didn't you go to sleep and wake up and the house was on fire and you just rolled over and went back to sleep?
Oh yeah, that wasn't me. My aunties down there for the week. Well, I think we're down there for a wedding. Probably would have been a wedding. And my auntie had been up doing chips and whatnot. Put the chip pan on. So I was like talking to the neighbours. Just didn't keep it on the chip pan. Got to her and smoke coming up through the floor. Thought, what's that? The fire engine woke us up. Might have messed the kitchen, but
JJ says, met Ronnie just before he died, met Reggie in Maidstone.
Well, JJ.
And
You'll
Jay
have
says,
to
I
tell
bet they
me
could
some
tell some
stories.
stories, JJ.
Yeah, you'll have to tell me some stories when you come over, pal.
Richard Upton says, yeah, Jennifer, they had principles and you could always leave your door open at nights unless you went to Charlie Non-Grass's gym. Then they'd give you a Devonshire slice.
True.
Jennifer C says, how did you meet them, JJ? You made appointments to visit? You weren't in Nick with them, was you, JJ? Anne-Marie says, Richard, hello. JJ says, anyway, don't want to talk anymore. Can see Richard haven't did again because I mentioned the craze. No, I don't think he is.
He won't.
part of history now, aren't they?
Yeah. Alex Whitecat says, I've done the craze walk in London.
Oh, bro.
Richard Upton says, how's it going, Anne? Anne says, okay. Jennifer C says, Lolwich, yeah. They wouldn't steal your wallet, but maybe have a few fingers off.
True.
JJ says, Jennifer, it was a visiting order.
Oh. Cool.
JJ Jones says, JJ, I will tell you a few
So,
stories.
JJ, did you have some sort of like relationship with him in a way?
Relationship, come on, Marcus.
I mean,
Was
relation, like was you related to them or something? To sort of be able to go visit them.
Anne-Marie says, I've been out.
Nice.
Richard Upton says, yes, Jennifer, but they were good to their mothers.
Ah, true.
JJ says, JJ Jones can't wait, mate. Brian Ferry's in.
I'm right.
Hi, Brian.
Says, hope Mike has some rum or vodka in that glass with his cola.
No, just Coke. Oh no, I'm saving up for Sunday.
Jennifer C says, lol, witch roll. That's okay then.
I say that because I noticed there's no beer coming this week, so.
Jennifer C says, lol, Marcus. And Jay says, you mean friendship, Marcus, lol.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sort of
friendship.
thing. Oh,
Yeah.
friendship, relation.
Right, yeah. Jennifer C says, what are you asking? just because he dressed in heels.
No. I meant not relation.
Sunshine says, thanks, Mike. I knew you were Mad Mike for a reason. Maybe a story each time you're on. Oh.
Yeah, there's been a few times.
JJ says, no relationship, Marcus. I know few of their security, Dave, etc.
But
Yeah.
sounds interesting, that.
Right.
You shot that a few times as well.
Who?
Hmm.
Have you?
Yeah.
Who by?
Farmers, mainly.
Shane Scott read that book I had on Jack the Ripper. Never really read it, did I?
No.
No, we're not getting into that, Mark. It's political.
Jennifer C wants to know how you met me. She says, tell us.
I
How did I meet you?
bloody remember.
Well, you tell.
It was a work stew. I used to work for the company, but I wasn't working there anymore, but I had a best friend there.
There you go.
And they were all going out on this work stew.
Terrible place to work, Mike.
I was supposed to have been seeing this lad, Dave. Was it Dave? Yeah. He is.
Is that Dave?
Yeah, she says a bit of romance. Yeah, it wasn't very romantic. We all went out. We ended up going to a pub first, then up to a nightclub in town.
I got down there dancing.
My friend decided she felt sick and wanted to go home, so Mike, being the gentleman, got a taxi and made sure she got home safe. Then he came back. Everybody was dancing. This Dave didn't want to dance.
With the security on the door. I didn't say, go on, back in.
Anyway, everybody was up dancing except for this Dave because it was a miserable get. And
Dave,
when
I'm
I
sure it wasn't.
turned round to
Ian.
sit down, Ian, yes, sorry,
Yes.
Ian the ears.
Yeah.
When we all went back to sit down, he'd buggered off home apparently. Left me there with no money for a taxi or anything.
So here we go again.
Mike, being the gentleman, got a taxi, made sure I got home.
She mentioned something about Chinese, I think.
Found out
That's
I
probably
worked
what
in a
did it.
Chinese takeaway, and he goes and turns up the next night.
Oh, so no wonder you fat sod.
And Jay says, ha ha, you'll laugh at how me and JJ Jones got together. Go on then, Jay, spill the beans. JJ says, Dave Courtney and a few others on the security, but okay, I say no more.
Oh, bro.
Jennifer C says, ooh. Brian Febby says, JJ Jones was talking about fancy dress. I remember going to the World Match Play, darts in Blackpool, with my friends dressed up as Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. JJ
That's you
says,
too, like.
I got with
You
my
said
partner.
them,
Yeah. JJ says, I got with my partner in the 80s on holiday in Benidorm. Then 2 weeks later, I moved over for 6 years. Best years of my life, but unfortunately wasn't to be.
Oh, bless.
Oh, bless. Shame when things don't work
Oh,
out, but
true.
you got them memories. Jennifer C says, tell us, Anne. JJ Jones says, Brain, you'll do for me, mate.
Brian.
Oh, Brian.
right?
Brian. And Jay says, I married.
Well, you said it there.
I married his best mate. JJ Jones was the best man.
Oh,
Huh? Jennifer C says, remember the good times, JJ? And then she says, no way, Anne, you're a dark horse. Sunshine says, loving these stories, guys. JJ Jones says, sorry, Brian, I think Brian was best. Sunshine says, great question, Jen.
yeah, I got one.
Why did you get it called Brains? You're a bit of a... What's the name? We can be called Brains.
Yeah. Weren't Brains on?
How about the Hill film?
No.
Anything?
Thunderbirds.
I think
Think so.
Yep. See, I'm brainy. 30 minutes left to go, gang.
30 minutes left to go.
And Jay says we were still friends, and 9 years after my divorce we got together.
Plenty of time for super chats.
let's
Marcus.
super stickers,
PayPal me's.
purchases of merchandise.
And the membership.
Jennifer C
Yep.
says I met my late hubby when I was 14 and went on a blind date.
I never seem to go on dates. You know. not
JJ
blind,
said, what's for supper? Don't say pasta, Marcus.
Pasta,
Nothing.
hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs because there's no bread. Richard Upton said, Sue and Mike, what's the weather in Benidorm like in July compared to what it's like in September?
Bill,
Is
That's,
September like really cold there, or was it
No,
okay?
it's quite
Not
warm in
really.
September.
Still warm, but it gets cool of an evening. Around 4ish of an evening, you'd maybe need to have a cardigan with you because it gets a little bit cool, but still very pleasant.
October, when we first year we come out, we're still getting into 30s.
Yeah. That October, yeah, it was like, apparently it was quite unusual. It was like
but
ridiculous, wasn't it?
we're going out and you're really sweating every day.
Yeah.
oh, you farted.
No.
What?
You
No! Get lost. Jennifer C says, what about your one?
X
Oh, your ex-am, does he still speak to you both? JJ says, I'm still in contact with my ex in Benidorm.
oh,
JJ Jones says, Jennifer, he needs to be a father before a friend. Jennifer C says, that's nice, JJ, you can still be mates.
oh,
And Jay
That's
says, and you were together forever, Jennifer. That's lovely and something to be proud of. My parents met when they were young and were together all their lives.
oh.
Debbie Gill says, I met my husband Frankie on a 189 bus when my blind date failed to turn up. So I was on my way home and Frank was waiting for the same bus. Never looked back, 20 years on the 10th of June.
Right.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
Brilliant.
Really nice. Brian Ferry says, so good to see on some videos on YouTube the live entertainment's returning to Benidorm.
That's right.
Heard
Yeah,
that on Pablo Bloom page last night he went live. Yeah,
It's returning, it's a bit slowly.
yeah. Pablo Bloom's on it.
Slowly but surely.
It's
Uncle
still-
Kids.
Well, in my opinion, it's still quieter than Benidorm would be. Yeah, the bars are not turning out music like they would do normally, are they?
No. But he's getting there slowly.
Yeah, they are
Um,
more acts on and stuff.
Places that have been shut for a while have reopened. Are we...
Larry Costas.
Larry Costa's was open today. Ortega's
2.
2 has opened, and the saloon bar's
Yeah,
open.
just the
Oh, swim bar's back open, yeah.
Yay!
We should be going in there on their side
Uh,
sometime.
Jennifer C says, oh, I know what you mean, JJ Jones. Get the picture. Jennifer C says, was fake, Debbie?
I still went down by K Beach today, Kai Beach, whichever one you want to call it,
Mm.
and the music, I walked past there recording. So, you know it's not quite back when, because they usually bang music out all the time when I'm back, so, but that's not getting full at the moment, is it?
Oh.
So,
And Jay says, Jennifer, my ex left, told me he didn't feel the same. 13
bless.
years later, a young girl came looking for her dad. Clearly, he had an affair.
There you go.
Richard Upton said the three JJs, when are you heading to Benidorm again? JJ says, I'm crying here, lovely stories. Oh, you big softy.
Aw.
JJ Jones said you don't have children for a short time, you have them for life, Jennifer, as you know so well.
Listen.
Yeah,
Jennifer
so
C
you got this one, but
says-
you won't go.
Oh, Anne, well, you're well shot of him.
Two old feathers at home.
I'm
JJ
not
said, on
complaining.
offence, Anjay.
He was earlier.
Oh, no offence, Anjay. I wrote that before your comments. Anjay says, funniest part of our story is my ex is now married to a girl JJ Jones went out with as a teenager.
Cool.
Keeping it in the family, eh? Jennifer C says, so right, JJ, and just because you don't get on with the mother, you can't ignore the child. Jennifer C says, well, you sound like swingers, Anne.
You're all right, lad.
And
You're
then
all right.
joking. And Jay says, oh, Jeremy Kyle seen Jennifer. JJ says, Richard, unblock us and the three JJs will tell you. Jennifer C says, haha, it's like that in here, Anne.
But,
Who's-
yeah, if you
Who's
think-
Jeremy Kyle?
You don't know who Jeremy
No,
Kyle
which
is.
one of you two is Jeremy Kyle?
Him?
I think we could do one here just for chat like.
What?
sometime.
What?
Maybe do a live stream just for people to chat to each other.
I
Think? What do you think,
Dunno.
guys? Let me know what you think.
But how do you mean? Like we're not on it?
Yeah,
or-
so we can just chat to each other.
Mm,
Maybe, well, we've got to keep an eye on the chat, obviously, but
mm.
because I think YouTube say you can't just
Let it run.
let it run on its own. So,
Mm. Mm.
how do you feel about that, guys? You interested in doing that? Let me know.
JJ Jones says, Jennifer, my children are my fingerprints, my wife is my life. Oh,
Ah,
oh. Jennifer C says, Marcus.
Imagine you get caught with something and send the kids down,
well,
can't you?
so on to Jeremy Kyle.
Oh.
There you go.
And Jennifer C says, I think Mike is Steve the bouncer.
Steve the bouncer.
Which
What about your
Dupton
jacket?
says, I don't know how to unblock on here, JJ, all I would.
I've got your jacket. but I'm
Look
gonna
on
bounce it.
YouTube, Richard. Just type in how to unblock people on YouTube.
Yeah. You did find how to put people. I mean,
Just go
wording
in
it
the
should be
settings area
quite
and go to
simple
where
and
it's
just
blocked
like,
and
yeah,
then just
yeah.
take them off blocked.
JJ says,
What's
Richard
the name?
asked when the JJs are over in Benidorm Zoo. And I said, unblock us, Richard. Yeah, I know. I saw it. I did read it.
Yep.
No worries. To be honest, I can't advise how you unblock people because I don't know.
I think you're gonna have to go into your
Don't know.
YouTube studio thing,
Mm.
then go on settings, then go down to where the block people are. I think,
And take them off.
yeah, and just take them off there.
Oh, right. And Jay says, no offence taken, JJ. He moved to Plymouth when this girl came looking for him. His wife still has no idea about this young girl. No doubt he's told her a completely different story why we split up.
Really?
Men.
There you go.
Jennifer C says,
Well
oh,
done, George,
JJ, that's poetic.
No.
You
Should
can
go
make
like that.
Valentine's cards with that on
Oh,
it.
no.
I love it. JJ says, JJ Jones, nice one. Richard Upton said, I think that's it. Yeah. JJ Jones says, hi Richard, you new on here, joking. Jennifer C says, well, you got the best man now, Anne. He's a real romantic.
You got the best man, haven't you, sir?
Really?
Best man for the job, anyway.
And I've got the best girlfriend.
Yeah, well, you got to
Might
see
be a
each other for a
different
boyfriend and
dynamic.
girlfriend, look, can't you? It'll sort, Marcus, don't worry.
JJ says, welcome back, Richard. Yay!
Yay! Yeah!
Yeah.
Welcome
Welcome.
home.
Come on in and close the door.
Richard
You've
Upton
been
says, thank you,
gone
JJ.
Copyright.
too long.
And Jay says, exactly, Jennifer, save the best till last.
Oh, that's right.
20
you do.
minutes left to go.
Yeah, so
Hit
what do you
that
think?
like button if you already haven't. Marcus, what you got planned for your birthday?
Getting pie-eyed.
Getting pie.
Yeah, I'll try and help you with that, lad.
Mm-hmm.
That means you can have more than a pint.
Mm-hmm.
Should be good.
Brian Ferry says, do you know what's happening, if anything, to the birdcage bar on the square?
2 things.
Yes.
1,
Gone.
no more birdcage. 2, no more square.
Well, the square's getting redone, but the birdcage
Yeah.
is gone.
I don't know whether they're going to come back after it's completely empty at the moment,
It
though.
was totally gutted.
I hope they do, because they're
You
putting some
do-
good shows on
You
you know.
do know, if I wake up Monday morning with like a traffic cone in my bed or on a bench or something like that, because I get absolutely pie-eyed on my birthday, I will blooming murder you.
You do know you're going to wake up on Monday morning with canary yellow glow in the dark fluorescent hair.
I don't mind.
Mm.
Got the stuff.
Uh-huh.
That'll get you noticed.
Oh,
And
Uh,
what was it like? TWAT on your head, but
wow.
oi, can't say that on
It
here.
ain't a swear.
But it'd be like backwards when you look in the mirror, so you won't know what it actually says. Jennifer C says nods, yes, passes around the bong. And Jay says there's no square, Brian. Yeah, it's all gone now. Well, they called it the English square, didn't they? But they're redoing it all. JJ Jones says, Mike, is the square closing for about a year?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
No, I don't think it's going to be a year. They're
No,
already relaying the pipes and,
I think most of the pipes are in now, aren't they?
yeah, starting to
so-
put the dirt back down, so the slabs will go in soon.
Let's keep an eye on it though, and soon it starts coming back. We'll
Mm-hmm.
hopefully do some videos,
Yeah.
see where we go from there.
And Jay says, LMAO, Jennifer, pass it this way. JJ says, life's too short for all this. We may be on different boats, but we all have our own problems in life. If you can
Well
be
said.
anything in this world, be kind. That's what I'm saying.
It's like Pontietta, it only took them a couple of months to retile it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Mm.
We do
Yeah.
it.
When they did Pontietta,
Mm.
they weren't putting pipes in there and everything, mine, but once they got started on the retile, a couple of months I think it was done.
Jennifer C says, throws it over, Cat-chan. And Jay says, Mike's like JJ Jones. They'd just be happy to wake up with hair.
That'd be it.
JJ Jones is giving JJ a thumbs up.
Oh, remember that one year? Past some Bob, think it was Uncle Ped's big stud doing, and I got this bald bloke and he fell asleep, and what I'd done is like went to one of them little kids Euro tattoo machines, like put all the Euros in it, got like tons
It
of
was jumping
tattoos and
jacks.
planted them all over his head.
Yeah, it was jumping
Like he had
jacks.
a unicorn on it, dragons to not.
Jennifer C
See
says,
him, sir?
very well said,
You see
JJ.
him?
Sunshine says, Marcus, you have to show your face for your birthday.
Will do. I'll be doing live stream on morning, 10 multiple ones and videos throughout the day.
Yeah, you can do videos because we maybe they're not going to get the. We'll get some internet. We'll do a live stream. Yeah.
Maybe.
And Jay says, pat on the back, JJ, well said. Richard Upton says, yep, JJ, you have a point there. I'll try and behave myself from now
Oh,
on.
sorry, Dad. Sorry.
Jennifer
Sorry.
C says, okay, I'll be watching you, Rich. And Jay says, I'll be watching you, Jennifer. Who's watching me, though?
There you go. Who's watching
Richard
everybody else?
Upton says, okay, Jennifer, yeah. Richard Upton says, I'll watch Anjay. Yeah, naughty girl. JJ says, Anjay, I'll be watching you. Oh, you got 2 people watching you, Anjay. You better behave. Jennifer C says, oh, gold. Who will we get? Lol, lol, Tom. Richard Upton says, no, I'm watching Anjay. Watch another person, lol. JJ Jones says, Richard Powell, we all have an opinion. That's fine. Life goes on, mate. Jennifer C says, okay, JJ, got your back. And Jay says, oh my God, both of you watching me. How's that fair? I'm a good girl. Brian Ferry said, hope Marcus gets absolutely pie-eyed on his birthday.
I will, mate. I'll blooming will.
We've got the handcuffs to handcuff him to the lamppost.
I bet you don't. Can't do that yet. Not to the 8th.
You're not cuffing me to lamppost naked and leaving me.
Did I say out about naked? I'll leave your boxers on.
Oh, thank God.
Richard
Well, then
Upton
got cold in
says,
the night.
you're right, JJ, I just get wound up by it all. JJ's got some eyes on Anjay. Jennifer C says, I doubt that she protests too much. No.
So, what we're talking about now, guys?
Kevin Hasbury says, Marcus, the Peaky Blinders bar might
I
have
think I might do.
Wi-Fi. He's put Wi-Fi, but I think it means Wi-Fi. You could do a live stream from there.
I might.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
try.
see.
I'll try.
That'd be good if that happened. It'd be good now, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Jennifer C said, you need some weed, Richard.
Are we going to be inside or outside?
Inside.
And she's
Alright.
laughing. Here you swear I was a drug dealer. Thank you all. Says good night all. Happy birthday Sunday, Marcus, mate.
Night,
Have a good
Frankie,
one.
and cheers, pal. I will.
Yeah.
See you
Night,
later.
Frankie. You got school tomorrow, I dare say, chick. Take care. And Jay says we all do, Richard, but over our heads from now on. JJ Jones says, Marcus, what's your birthday wish?
To be with me girlfriend, Tammy.
Right. Did anybody want to give him a worthy big super chat now for his plane ticket?
To be with me girlfriend, Tammy, on
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
also that
right,
one trip.
quick.
Oh,
road trip from Texas to New York.
How long's that going to take her?
About 2 months, I
Is
think.
she still on it?
She
well,
sent
it's
me
been taking 2
picture
months,
today.
yeah, it's only a week out.
Can't, not sure where she is, but like the ones of a turtle and a baby turtle just
Oh.
like naturally on some rocks in middle of the water, and ones of like this beautiful like dead nice harbour. Absolutely beautiful.
Very nice. Anne Marie's going to a barbecue tomorrow, lucky girl.
Brilliant.
We were going one, well,
We're
Rest-
going on Sunday.
yeah, they do a barbecue, they
Have a
barbecue your
dish of
feet. So.
central.
Yeah.
And Jay says,
Oh,
you
I
are,
got that.
Jennifer, you supply the weirdos down the road.
Oh.
Richard Upton says,
Yeah,
I
well,
used to
it-
smoke it, Jen, but when I moved to Spain, I stopped getting a bus off. It's no point buying it if it does nothing for you.
I mean, I fake now and then, but I buggered up cool on me fake again.
And Jay says, Marcus,
I'd for you.
please wish us all over to Benidorm.
Nah.
Thank you, mate. That's just put me.
But I've only got
Probably about,
one
about
wish.
10 people.
Let's
on there.
blow the candles out on your cake and
If-
say,
If I had 2 wishes, I would.
if you rub a lamp, you get free.
Yeah, get through.
Jennifer C says,
Oh,
I
well,
don't
bit
even
bent.
smoke, I'm all talk.
I'm keeping me gob shut.
Richard Upton said, these days I stick to the crack. JJ Jones says, Marcus Rose. JJ Jones says, Marcus Rose AM
Magic words, ain't it?
Kabar.
Magic words, so.
Kabar. Or is it Rose Kabar?
I don't know. There you
JJ
go.
says, wake up and bake up.
Sorry guys.
Does that mean you got hot?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Jennifer C said, ha Richard, and Jay says, me neither, Jennifer. JJ Jones smokes enough for both of us. And Jay says, who meant cigs, not drugs, Jennifer? Richard Upton says, I smoked it for like 20 years, Jennifer. But if it stops affecting you, there's no point wasting your money on it. People can move on to harder things, but I never really did. Jennifer C says, I knew you meant that. I used to smoke years ago. And Jay says, Marcus, your girlfriend won't buy you as many drinks as a slot will. You've lost ours now.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You have to wiggle them eyebrows and then they'll all be here. There you go, guys. You're all on your way. Alex Whitecat says, who's she gone on the road trip with? Family?
Friends, I think.
Some friends from college, probably, yeah?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Frankie Wall says, no school in the morning, it's half term in England.
Oh, brilliant. Have fun.
Nice. And Jay says, me too, Jennifer, gave up 7 years ago. Wendy Hunter's in, says, happy
Evening,
birthday for
Wendy.
Sunday, Marcus.
Cheers, Randy.
Right, Wendy.
I hope you have a fantastic day.
Oh, thanks, Randy.
JJ says, night guys, take care. Yes,
Night,
see you
JJ.
soon. Night JJ,
Yes,
mates.
Yeah. So what we're doing tomorrow night, Marcus? We're going to do the football tomorrow night, I will.
Yeah, footy.
It's only a
Possibly.
friend in tomorrow night.
Yeah.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Jennifer C says, I tried it, Richard, but I was so spaced out I couldn't stop laughing and time was like non-existent. Everybody's saying night to JJ.
Night,
Jennifer C
JJ.
says we're good pals. Oh, we're good girls, Anne.
No, you're not.
A walk on the wild side says I've never smoked nor done any drugs. I am, however, a bit of a drinker these days. If you call about 8 cans a week, hardcore lol. I blame lockdown. 8 cans
Don't
a
worry.
week.
8 cans a week. 8 cans a night, maybe.
Yeah. Yo! The shouting started out there.
You just
There was
frightened
like-
half the people to death.
Yeah. There's like one of the bars had singing on last night, didn't there? Where we could hear people singing and cheering. I think it was lovely to hear a bit of noise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about the bars down in the front. And there's some got a little bit of music on, but it's not quiet at the moment.
Yeah. And Jay says, yeah, Jennifer. And I didn't start drinking till I was 37. Enjoy a few now and then. Now though. Jennifer C says, night all, take care and see you soon. Catch
Night,
you Sunday.
Jennifer.
Night.
And she says it wasn't worth it at 37, Anne. Or maybe was it worth it at 37, don't know.
That's a few points
Anne
missed.
Marie says, night JJ. JJ Jones says, wild side. That's not hardcore, that is just core. And Jay says, night Jennifer, see you Sunday. So guys, there's about
Yeah,
5
but-
minutes left.
No, don't faint.
There is
6 minutes now.
5 on here.
Well, mate, I'll go by this one on here, will we, Marcus? That's the timer, isn't it?
Oh, we've still got them skirt covered up by way.
So Marcus getting drunk on Sunday.
Did they charge tonight?
Never been today, no.
Oh, even.
Download
I
and
think
back.
only download and back. JJ
So-
Jones says, Jennifer, good night. Look after yourself and family.
Exactly, Jennifer.
We're going to have a quiz
It's
for Monday night,
morning.
because we're going to be on Monday night this week.
Yeah, we'll be on
Rather than
Monday
Sunday.
instead of Sunday night. So we'll have a,
Because of him.
I'll sort out a quiz.
I've got the name, you know.
Walk
Yes.
on the wild side said, was I was down safe, I didn't drink.
No one saw
It was a great little trip and I met a few other nice wild campers.
Oh,
Lots of people have converted vans into camper vans.
cool.
Someone made me a cup of tea. Oh, that's sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great. It's,
Mm. Camping
I
is
think Dad did
good,
a few of them.
everybody mucking in together, yeah.
Converting in vans into all the campers. And,
I wouldn't mind doing that, but I mean, I can't drive.
Mm. And Jay says, so the next live's Monday then?
yeah, the next
Yeah.
one will be on Monday.
Mm. Just because
Oh,
we'll
the
probably
giant
be
rain.
out Sunday night.
Yeah, but there'll also be live on my channel on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Right now, next live's on Saturday because you're doing your, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the next live will be Sue's channel on Saturday morning.
afternoon. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Sorry.
Mm. Kevin
What happened for
Asprey.
the morning then?
Well, the morning one didn't work and people were saying to try it in the afternoon, so we're trying what
so We've got
fits.
some peace and quiet Saturday afternoon.
Kevin Asprey says, good night, folks. Remember, keep smiling. See
I've
you
got the
Sunday.
stripper booked.
Love, Deb
You
and
get
Kev.
the booze.
Yeah, it'll be Monday night, Kevin.
Right, Kev.
Yeah.
Brian Ferry says, a walk on the wild side, think 8 cans a week's hardcore. I do 8 in a day.
Yeah.
And Jay wants to know what time you're on, Marcus.
About 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So about 9 o'clock for you guys,
Yeah,
if that's
9
alright.
o'clock UK.
Yeah, that's the plan anyway, so we can get out.
Or
on Sunday.
maybe 5:30
No,
in the morning.
no,
Be half 4 back in England.
no,
Now you
Brian.
can try 10 o'clock on your channel, yeah.
Yeah,
I
don't want
wonder
it
if
to be too late.
I done that the last birthday I had in England. I
Mm.
couldn't sleep, so I sat up at like 5:30 in the morning in my bed reading books. It's still wet, even not morning by the time I read the book.
And Jay wants to know what time mine's on. Mine's on 3 o'clock in the afternoon UK time, 4 o'clock Spain on Saturday afternoon. Walk on the wild side said I drive a snazzy Volkswagen T5.
Oh,
It's got lowered suspension, tinted windows, foot rails, roof rails, rear spoiler, smoke tail lights and fancy graphics. I get a lot
sounds
of waves off fellow Volkswagen drivers.
good. Nice.
Sounds real
Yeah,
smart.
yeah, it does, doesn't it? That sounds really
Mm.
smart.
Mhm. Oops, pardon me. Jay says I've got a Mazda 3, walk on the wild side.
Nice.
Debbie Gill says good night, guys. Sweet dreams. Night, Debbie.
Night, Debbie.
Right.
Take care. Stay
I've got
safe.
a knee scooter.
Yeah, we'll have to get out
Yeah.
on these skirts once.
JJ Jones says latest Richard. Night Sue, Mike Marcus. Take care.
That's insurance for them, isn't it?
Yeah. Anne Marie says night. Richard Upton says good night. JJ, take care.
Night, guys.
And Jay says night.
Night.
Richard, Sue, Mike, and Marcus.
Night, JJ Jones.
Anne Marie says happy birthday for Sunday.
Thanks, Anne-Marie.
Glad you can, remember?
Yeah.
A walk on the wild side says the engine's also been remapped from 102 brake horsepower to 140.
That
Don't
does
tell
some-
my insurance. I think they might know.
Yeah.
Richard Upton says night and Jay. JJ Jones says night Daisy if you're here.
Yeah, night, everyone.
Yeah.
Hope you've had fun.
Night guys. And Jay says night John Boy, night Mary Ellen.
Night all. Is it
Brian
not all
Ferry
yet?
says good night everyone. I have to play golf in the morning at 9 o'clock.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Nice. So
Go for ages.
Well, mean, we could just do that old guy down on beach does. That's all like everyone's bucket off that football stand there and just like beat him up and down.
And Jason C.
Whack 'em
Brian
up
get
and
hold
down
in
pitch.
one. Wendy Hunter says night night Sue, Mike Marcus, keep safe, and you Wendy. So night guys.
Right, guys.
JJ Jones says Marcus, hope Sticky Vicky is your surprise off mum and dad.
Ain't not. She's not 90 years old now, ain't she?
He's retired now, well retired, I think.
Walk on the Wild Side says Brian Ferry sounds like a hard life. Jane Yellop says night night, have a good day on Sunday mate.
Thanks, Jane.
So night gang.
Not
No.
gang. Love you all.
Richard Upton
We're
says
there
on
now.
the Star
Yeah, we're
Wars
there.
show JJ.
Down.
Right, we're hang on. We're about to go now then. We'll see you all on
I'll see you Saturday, Marcus see you Sunday morning,
Small
go
and
back on
wave,
Monday
boys.
Monday
Small and
evening.
wave.
Yeah.
Yep.
So good
So-
night gang.
Sorry if it's a bit confusing this week, but there we go. See you all guys. Bye.
Bye.